Who can't take nights like tonight for granted, people. We only got tonight and on in 2 days from now where we play the Brooklyn Nets. We only got 2 more times to do this. Let's enjoy the night. Let's enjoy some basketball for some pretty meaningless basketball overall where both sides are sending guys out. Let's pop in, everybody. Let's start the show. Let's have a good night. Yes. Both sides, Knicks and Cavs tonight, will be sitting some of their guys. This is obviously in preparation for the playoffs for both teams. This is obviously, maybe the Knicks don't want the 3 seed. Maybe they actually want to lose. You look around the league, bunch of teams that are in the playoffs that, whether they're jockeying for position or not, have elected to just rest some guys, right? You guys were asking for it. I understand it. No Karl-Anthony Towns tonight. I believe Josh Hart's also out. So here we are. Brunson, Anunoby, and Bridges will be playing. Mitchell Robinson's in the starting lineup tonight. I believe Duece McBride is also in the starting lineup tonight. So here we are. It's actually interesting. Obviously, I would have wished Karl-Anthony Towns would have been out there, but no Josh Hart with Miles McBride in the starting lineup is actually really interesting because it's something that has been a bit of a debate all year in terms of, hey, we love Josh Hart, but maybe you start Duece McBride just for his shooting, and then you could bring Josh Hart in early for a guy like Duece McBride. But either way, listen, I would have also liked towards the end of the year, it sucks that we're kind of playing Towns one night sitting Mitch, and then the next night we're playing Mitch and sitting Towns, because you kind of want to see more Towns and Mitch, right? Like, that was the thing when Mitchell Robinson was coming back from injury, where it was like, oh, I can't wait for those guys to come back. We get to see them together, and then we kind of never really get to see extended play of it. Every now and again, Tom Thibodeau would have liked to throw them both out there against certain matchups, and it was like, hey, look, it's pretty effective. They're pretty good. Towns next to an actual rim protector makes him a little better defensively. His rebounding we get to take advantage of his rebounding more. And he doesn't have to be a rim protector while also wandering out on the perimeter, while also have to guarding every pick and roll action, while also having to grab every rebound. It kind of just makes sense, right? You don't have to play them exclusively together, but it kind of just makes sense to play them together and make that a regular part of your rotation. And Tom Thibodeau never really went to it. Part of it is, Robinson bit in and out of the lineup, considering he can't play back-to-backs. Knicks had a lot of back-to-backs to end the year. But, hey, let's just watch some basketball. Let's enjoy it. We'll go around the league. We'll pay attention to what's going on. Obviously, the 3 seed is still technically up for grabs. If the Knicks lose tonight and the Pacers win tonight, then the Pacers could still beat the Knicks for the race for the 3 seed if the Knicks lose their last game against Brooklyn, but win here, but also lose tonight. So it'll likely come down to the last game of the season, but the Pacers are sitting a bunch of their guys out. They're playing the Magic, who are also sitting a bunch of their guys out. So honestly, who knows what's going to happen tonight? Tonight is just about watching basketball. There's not much we're going to be able to glean, considering Cavs are missing some guys, and the Knicks tonight are going to be missing some guys. So let's watch some basketball. Let's enjoy it. The win doesn't matter, and the loss doesn't matter. Doesn't say anything about what's going to happen in the playoffs the same way it did the other night against the Pistons. A win or a loss doesn't mean anything is going to happen during the playoffs. So, Mark, Rock Range, Jeff Brown, Big Rud, Susan, Mr. New York, Sean Collins. What's up, Sean? Are the Pacers sitting everyone? Saw a tweet that they might sit their 5. They are sitting every single one of their starters, Sean. We can go over the box scores real quick. Although the game about to tip off, but real quick, I can show you guys. I did go around the league real quick before we started it off. But if we go here, the Pacers and the Magic tied at 29 at halftime. But if we go to the box scores, the Magic sitting all of their starters. As you can see, these are the starters for tonight. De Silva, Bataze, Corey Joseph, Gary Harris, and Caleb Houston. And then for the Pacers, also sitting all of their starters, they're starting Toppin, Walker, Bryant, McConnell, and Matherin. I would elect to say that this Pacers starting five should be able to beat this Magic starting five. Just considering that Toppin's a good player, Matherin's a good player, McConnell's a good veteran point guard, and then you got some wild cards in Bryant and Walker. But these guys should be able to beat these guys. Pacers should probably win tonight, but you never know. It's a battle of the benches. It's a battle of the benches, and that in it of itself is a wild card. DCL Love, what's up, DCL? Ellie, what's up, Ellie? Almost said your name wrong, brother. Almost said your name wrong. Jeff Brown said, told you I'd be back. I appreciate you, Jeff. Happy to see you back. Ellie said, thanks for the coverage all season. I appreciate you, Ellie. I appreciate you just hanging out with me, man. K. Hayes said, I just realized why Mikhail doesn't get to sit out. He got to keep that streak alive, K. Hayes. You got to keep that streak alive. C. Tyler, what's up, C. Tyler? That's Mr. Iron Man right there. He don't want to sit out. He ain't never going to sit out. He used to do this with the Suns back in the day, a couple of years ago, when the Suns were always a high-level seed with Booker and Chris Paul and Ayton. And those guys would sit out games and get their rest before the playoffs started. And the guy who was always out there was Mikal Bridges. If he's healthy and he could play basketball, you ain't taking him out of the lineup. He is playing basketball. Alyssa Lester, what's up, Alyssa? So for the Cavs, no Donovan Mitchell. Jared Allen is on a minutes restriction. DeAndre Hunter is out. Ty Jerome is out. Darius Garland is playing, and I think Evan Mobley is also playing. I think I just mentioned that. Evan Mobley, Darius Garland are in. Donovan Mitchell is out. Jared Allen is on a minutes restriction. So, tonight the Knicks are playing Brunson, Anunoby, and Bridges. Josh Hart and Karl-Anthony Towns remain out. So, tonight is just a fun basketball game with no stakes. No stakes. Because, again, whether you win or whether you lose, it's not going to say anything about either team. It's not going to say how the matchup is going to go. It's just going to be a fun, hopefully competitive basketball game. Don't get blown out. Make it a fun one. Make it a fun one. Oh, no, Josh Hart is playing. So the Knicks have 4 of their starters out there, just no Karl-Anthony Towns. All right. I thought Josh Hart was going to remain out. But Brunson, Bridges, Hart, and Anunoby are in. Karl-Anthony Towns is out. Mitchell Robinson gets the start. Garland, Mobley, and Allen are in. Allen's on a minutes restriction. Strus and Dean Wade round out the starting 5 for the Cavs. All right, here we go. Getting ready for the tip. Keith Modeste, what's up, Keith? And the Knicks win the tip. Brunson bringing it down. This would go a long way for Mitchell Robinson to have a good game tonight. That's the only thing I'm really looking forward to, I guess. Have a good game, Mitchell Robinson. Have a good game. Bridges gets it over to Brunson. Ball knocked out of his hands. Goes into the backcourt. Brunson able to recover it. Now he's going to bring it down. Coming to his right off a Robinson screen. Has it on the right wing. Being guarded by Allen. Leans in. Step back. Baseline fall-away jumper comes up short. Dean Wade with the rebound. Here comes Garland. Garland hit ahead to Strus. Strus shoves it over to Mobley. Mobley on the right wing. Gets it out to Strus. Puts it up over OG. And he knocks down his first shot of the game on the right wing. Mark said, please no injuries. That is obviously number one priority at this point, especially if you're going to be sitting guys out. If you're sitting guys out, obviously trying to avoid injuries. If you pick up injuries while sitting guys out, that sucks. Bridges, beautiful inside pass to OG for an easy two-handed slam. Beautiful pass from Bridges. Bullet pass inside between a couple of defenders. Russell Field, what's up, Russell? Justice's dad, Lionel Monis, was popping everybody. Mobley gets it over to Strus. Strus pump fakes, coming to his right. Now swings it out to Mobley. Mobley's going to line up a 3 over OG. Can't get that one to go. Josh Hart with the rebound. Hit ahead to Brunson. Brunson bringing it down. Has it on the left wing. He's got Strus on him. Coming to his right off the Robinson screen. Kicks it out to OG. OG's going to line up a 3. Comes up short on that one. Robinson an offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Extra pass to Brunson. Wide open. Swings it over to Bridges. You got to take a 3 there. Bridges down the lane and gets a nice easy layup out of it. But You got two wide open threes between Brunson and Bridges. Couldn't get one off. We'll take the two, though, I guess. They swing it out. Struce, a right wing three over Brunson. Rattles that one in. 2 straight threes for Max Struce. If he gets loose tonight, it's going to be flying around. Brunson bringing it down. Has it up top. Gets it over to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Garland. Gets it over to OG. OG on the right wing. He's going to pump fake, driving it down in the lane. Kicks it out to Brunson. Brunson on the left wing. He's going to pump fake, drive it down against the defense. Stops, turns, kicks it out. Bridges a straightaway above the break three, and he gets that one to go down. All right, our first three-point make of the game. Love to see it. Garland bringing it down against Bridges. Gets it over to gets it over to Allen. Allen hands it off to Struce. Struce coming to his left. Over to Mobley, rolling to the basket. Tries to get the inside pass to Dean Wade over his head, out of bounds. Ball going back to the Knicks. Some nice defense there. Brunson has it up top. Gets it over to Bridges. Now over to OG. Now back to Bridges. Bridges coming to his right. Driving it down. Has it along the baseline. Crossing over to his left. Cross the lane. Kicks it out to Brunson. Brunson has it up top. Gets Jared Allen switched onto him, so now he's going to look to isolate. Quick crossover to his left. Between the legs, dribbles it off his own foot, but a kick ball violation on Jared Allen. So shot clock's reset to 14. All right. Get some more time up on the clock. They get it in the Bridges, knocked out of bounds by Jared Allen again. Knicks will get the ball back. Brunson. Nobody's open. Now they get it into Josh Hart. Hart. Back to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Struce. Coming to his right off a Bridges screen. A deep pull of three for JB. Comes up short. Mobley with the rebound. He's bringing it down now. Mobley has it up top. Sneaking down the lane. Draws the foul. Can't get the floater to go, but he will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Some pretty solid basketball right away, right out of the gate. Both teams knocking down some shots. Both teams looking a little crisp, if not slightly rusty, with some of their guys out. Mr. New York said, shout out Captain Chevy. I appreciate you, Mr. New York. I really do. Shade said, we got to get this one. It don't really matter. Both teams holding guys out. It'd be nice. It'd be nice for sure, right? I think the only thing I'm really looking forward to is seeing Mitchell Robinson have a good game. Because obviously we know the history of Mitchell Robinson going up against this Cavs front court. That'd be nice. That'd be nice to see. Hey, I can still dominate the Cavs. So. But Mobley knocks down both of his free throws. 8-7 early here. 8:45 to go. They get it over to Brunson. Swing through to his right off Mitchell Robinson screen. Pump fakes. Kicks it out to OG. The ball is loose. He's able to go out and get it. Shovels it back to Brunson. Brunson catches. Pump fakes. Jab step, swing through, draws the foul, puts up the mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go off the back rim, but it's going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws. Rock Range reminding people to hit the like button. I appreciate you, Rock Range. Lana Monis also, appreciate you. I really do, guys. Hit the like button tonight. One of our last 2 regular season games we're going to call. We got tonight. No games tomorrow around the NBA at all. I think every NBA team's playing tonight. Or if not, definitely most of them. There's a ton of games tonight. And then we have Sunday, early on Sunday, 1 o'clock game against Brooklyn. Then we're done. Then we wrap up season 3 of the Sheffy Show. Our 3rd year doing these Knicks games, doing these games around the NBA. Then we start off the playoffs, y'all. Brunson splits a pair of free throws, misses the first, but makes the second. Garland bringing it down now. He has it up top, gets it over to Allen. Allen back to Garland, coming to his right off the handoff, down the lane, kicks it out. Struce, another 3, just made 2. Can't get the 3rd to go. Josh Hart, good box out and rebound. Now shot out of a cannon, pushing the pace the other way. Has it on the right wing, going to slow down a little bit. Gets it over to OG, catches it up top. Step back 3 over Mobley, knock that down. Oh my goodness, OG Anunoby picking up where he left off. The evolution into a legit star for OG Anunoby. Struce down the lane, tries to throw the lob. Mitchell Robinson breaks it up. As he does, quick outlet to Josh Hart, shoves it over to Brunson. Brunson tries to get it into Anunoby, forced to give it over to Bridges. Now back to Brunson. He has it up top, being guarded by Dean Wade. He's going to walk it down. They show 2 defenders. Inside pass to OG, bully balling his way down. Oh no, look past to Mitchell Robinson. OG Anunoby, what has gotten into you, brother? The no-look pass, he got it down low. He felt the defender come over. He didn't have to see it. He said, Mitch, you better be there. Hit the behind-the-back pass. Jared Allen's going to the foul line for 2 free throws off a nice pass after the Cavs started to push it the other way. I can't believe that pass from OG. They're going to show it again. They hit OG, come to the basket. He's got Garland on him. Oh, he didn't even have to look. He didn't even look to see. Oh, and he's showing the goggles too. Oh, OG's getting feisty out there. He is getting feisty out there. They threw the bounce pass inside to OG Anunoby. He had Garland on him. He's sealing him, caught it, and he said, let me hit him with the drop step. Boom. He felt the defender come over for the help with Jared Allen. And he said, all right, Mitch, if this is Jared Allen on me, you better be there. And he said, boop. Hit the behind-the-back bounce pass to Mitchell Robinson for the easy 2-handed slam. Oh, my goodness, you love to see it. You love to see it. Oh, Jared Allen knocked down both of his free throws, and Jalen Brunson will bring it down. I'm at a loss for words. I'm a little tired already. Cross-court pass to Josh Hart. Josh Hart has it in the left corner. Coming to his right, gets it out to Brunson. Brunson, in and out dribble, driving to his right into Allen. Inside, tried to hit the inside pass to Mitchell Robinson, but they call a kick ball again on the Cavs. Side out of bounds for the Knicks. A little over 7 minutes to go. 13-10. Rock Rain said, time to play that bully ball, Mr. New York. The bully ball is looking crisp so far. Mark said, congrats on year 3. Been a great time. I appreciate you, Mark. I appreciate you. Robinson has it up top, trying to go between his legs, trying to show off the handle a little bit. Okay, Mitch, get feisty with it too. OG's dancing with the ball. He loses it. Ball still loose. Bridges able to pick it up, bringing it down against Jared Allen. A mid-range flip jumper, can't get it to go. Robinson snatching another offensive rebound. They kick it out. Anunoby out to Josh Hart. He's wide open. Shoot that 3. Josh, lock me down. Knock me down, Josh Hart. Knock me down, brother. Shoot that thing with confidence. For favor, man. Please. Dying for you to shoot them threes. Garland, some tricky dribble. Beautiful hesitation move to get past Bridges and then finishes the floater over Brunson. Josh Hart bringing it down. Inside pass to Bridges, a bad pass, and he's able to save it. Gets it over to Robinson. Robinson gets fouled going to the basket. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. I like the way the team's playing right now. We're moving the ball. We're getting Robinson involved. He's getting touches. He's grabbing offensive rebounds. He's getting a little happy with the handle out in the perimeter. Team's looking real loose tonight. They're hooping. They're feeling good. I'm feeling good. This is exciting. This is exciting stuff, y'all. Where are we? 6:26 to go. There we go. Perfect. Jeff Brown said, I want to say thank you for the Cavs. Let us get JR and Amon a long time ago. Yeah, I mean, that was Phil Jackson. Shout out Phil Jackson for another terrible trade. Just gifting the Cavs the final pieces to a championship run. Literally got nothing back for those guys. And they were very much beloved Knicks. Shumpert, a draft pick. We snagged J.R. Smith coming over from China. He literally got off the plane, came to the Knicks, and had a game where he knocked down like 3 or 4 threes. And it was like, oh, we got this guy for free. So they were very much beloved Knicks. J.R. obviously won 6th Man of the Year with the Knicks. And Phil Jackson, man, was just like, hey, let's get rid of these guys for nothing. Literally didn't get anything back in the trade. We just got rid of them just to get rid of them, I guess. Okay, Hazy said, thank you, Josh. I just need you. There are times where he shoots it, and it's very clear he's like, oh, I know I have to shoot it tonight because they're just going to leave me wide open. You know, we've talked about this. I don't think there's any other coach in the NBA who would see the way Josh Hart is guarded in the makeup of this team and what this team is trying to accomplish in terms of getting 3-point shots up and still be like, yeah, I'm going to have Josh Hart out there for 36 minutes tonight. It's like, brother, no other coach would do this. No other coach would see what's happening out on the court, be like, nah, I still need Josh Hart out there. I still need him. And I love Josh Hart. You guys know I love Josh Hart. I'm not advocating for trading Josh Hart or not playing him or anything like that. I just need less minutes. I need less minutes. I need more creativity with our rotations. That's all I'm asking for. Relic of the Soul, what's up, Relic? Just swinging around the league real quick. Magic up by 13 on the Pacers. So if the Pacers lose, it don't even matter. Pacers have to win all their games. The Knicks have to lose all of theirs. And the Bucks are beating the Pistons. It's looking like we're going to play the Pistons in the first round. That's what it's looking like. Because I think even if the Pistons win both of these games, they're showing the replay on the Garland. Garland absolutely double dribbles, and they don't call it. Refs continue to be blind. It's always 5-on-8. We talk about it all the time. It's always 5-on-8. Even though every team... Oh, Mitchell Robinson knocking down free throws. Mitch, hit this second free throw. I'm hitting the lights for you, big dog. If Mitchell Robinson hits 2 free throws again, goes 2 for 2 from the foul line, come on, Big Mitch, line me up. Hit this next free throw, brother. Hit this next free throw. I got you, big dog. We gonna celebrate it. In and out. Oh, it stays out, was halfway down. It looked like a perfect free throw, but it bounced out at the last second. I was about to hit the lights for you, Big Mitch. 17-12. They get it over to Garland to pull up 3 off a screen. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Bridges keeps it alive over to Josh Hart. Now Brunson down the lane in transition. Reverse layup over Garland. Got it to go. Beautiful move from JB. Garland bringing it down. Now rushing it over the other way. Catches, pump fakes. Craig Porter down the lane. Gets fouled by Robinson. Just as Dad said, Pacers are resting, I think. Both teams are resting. We went over Justice's dad. Orlando Magic and the Indiana Pacers are both resting all 5 of their starters. It is a battle of the benches over there in that game. Craig Porter knocks down the first free throw. Stealth Genetics, what's up, Stealth? Duece McBride checking in here for Josh Hart. Wow. Wow, we got Duece McBride in for Josh Hart. He usually comes in for Bridges. Literally something I've asked for all season. McBride needs to be the first player off the bench, and it needs to be for Josh Hart. I mean, it's crazy we get it with Karl-Anthony Towns out of the game. With no Karl-Anthony Towns. This is the lineup I've wanted to see all season, and we've seen maybe I saw the stat, I think we've seen like 60 minutes of this lineup. But if you swap Robinson for Towns. Bridges gets it over to Robinson. Robinson hands it off to Anunoby. Coming to his left. Hesitation move. Step back left wing 3 for OG. If he would have knocked that down, it would have been crazy. Fight for the rebound. And a loose ball foul on the floor as the Cavs can't keep Mitchell Robinson off the glass. The more things change, the more they stay the same, y'all. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Cavaliers struggling right now, trying to keep Mitchell Robinson off the glass, and Jared Allen just turning around and bear hugging Robinson, trying to keep him off the glass. Oh man, some things don't change. Anunoby, a step back mid-range fall-away jumper, well short, can't get it to go. Craig Porter for the Cavs with the rebound. He's pushing the pace the other way. Kicks it out to nobody. Craig Porter turns it over. Ball going back to the Knicks. Justice's dad said Duece is due for a nice game. Yeah. He shot it from the perimeter pretty well against the Pistons. Didn't finish well around the rim. Robinson hands it off to OG. OG out to McBride. McBride swing through to his left. Step back. Has it up top. Lines up a straightaway 3 over Jalen Tyson. And he rattles it in right on cue. Justice's dad right on cue. Talking about him due for a good game. Knocks down a straightaway dead-eye 3 over Jalen Tyson. Garland driving it down, step back, crosses over to his left, loses the handle. They get it back out to Garland. Garland coming to his left off the Okoro screen, tries to hit the pocket pass to Okoro. Brunson picks it off, shoves it over to OG. OG's going to go all the way down, leaning in. Beautiful defensive play from Craig Porter to knock it out of OG's hands. He was trying to draw the foul, he couldn't. They swing it out to Craig Porter, driving to his left against McBride. He draws the foul, knocks down the floater, and 1 for Craig Porter. Justice's dad said Allen has the helmet or for protection from Mitch elbows. Justice's dad said Duece had an extra few inches height on the jumper. Feeling good. Hopefully it means he's feeling good. OG Anunoby's taken off. He had a little bandage around his hand. He's been ruled out. Part of the rest he's been ruled out for is a thumb. a sore thumb or whatever it's classified as. And he had his hand wrapped up today around his thumb muscles. Ripped them off. Maybe feeling good, doesn't like the way it feels in his hand. He said, get this thing off of me. I'm a hooper. I'm going to play through it. McBride bringing it down as Craig Porter knocked down his and one free throw. 17-22. Brunson has it up top, coming to his right. Brunson coming to his right off a Robinson screen. A pull-up three over Evan Mobley. Splashes it nothing but net. Okay. Shooting it well. Playing good. Getting quality shots. Craig Porter up top, coming to his left. Kicks it out. Jalen Tyson in the left corner. Awkward looking jump shot from him. He gotta speed that up if he's gonna be in the NBA. I like Jalen Tyson a lot, but he's clearly got some work to do. Bridges across the lane, kicks it out to Brunson, who's wide open on the right wing for a three in transition, and knocks it down. How do you lose track of the best player on the court right now in Jalen Brunson, Cleveland? Knicks taking an 11-point lead early here in the first quarter. We're having fun. We're having fun. Trev Brown said Craig went undrafted. He did go undrafted. I do know about Craig Porter. Last year, I thought he was very impressive when the Cavs dealt with some injuries, especially the early injuries to Darius Garland with the facial fracture and all the things he dealt with last season. And Craig Porter slid in there. He had a really good game against the Knicks last year, and it was like, okay, I got to pay attention to this Craig Porter kid. He's very good. I like him a lot. And the Magic starting to blow it open against the Pacers here. They're up 14. Are they up 14? No, they're up 25 now. Oh, my goodness. They're up 25 now. Yeah, so the Pacers are going to lose, and the Knicks will clinch the 3 seed tonight. Just as Dad said, I think you are definitely right with Duece freeing up JB off the ball moves to get open. You know, it's I try to bring it up every time, but there are positive and negatives to every player, even your superstars like Brunson or Towns or whatever. But you know, when you're talking about role players, like, you have to get more creative with your usage of them. And obviously, a conversation amongst Knicks fans all season long were the merits of starting Duece McBride for Josh Hart and bringing Josh Hart in off the bench as a super sub, especially considering how weak the bench unit was. And it was like, well, if you get Josh Hart, who can grab a rebound and go coast to coast and then push it in transition and find open shooters like Landry Shamet, get him open shots, like Campaign, get him open shots. Then that would be more beneficial than having Duece McBride trying to learn how to run offense for the first time in his NBA career as a true point guard, when we know he's not that. He's more of a wing. So if you played him alongside Brunson, and oh, by the way, Duece McBride is a fantastic point of attack defender. So if you put him on their point of attack player, you have Bridges off ball, who's a great off ball defender. You have OG Anunoby, who's a demon off ball, who's going to be guarding the best player on the court. And then you don't have to worry as much about Karl-Anthony Towns because you got defenders flying around everywhere, even though you still have liabilities in Brunson and Towns. It just made sense. It's weird we never saw it, number one, in terms of like, hey, let me try Duece McBride in the starting lineup. It's weird we never saw it. But you know what? That's Tom Thibodeau, and we know he can be stubborn. I think it's even more weird that we never saw the lineup of Brunson, McBride, Bridges, Anunoby, and Towns. We never saw that. We got it for like 60 total minutes all season. It's just mind-boggling that we never saw that. But, you know, to some Knicks fans, you're not allowed to criticize Tom Thibodeau's coaching because of what he's done the last 5 years, which, you know. Mark said, if we get out of round 1, we see Boston in round 2. Bring it on, brother. What you going to do, run away from Boston? We don't run away from any matchups. Bring it on. If you're going to lose to Boston, what's the difference losing to Boston in the second round and losing to them in the conference finals? What's the difference? Honestly. Put up a fight, shock the world, beat Boston. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Anunoby guarding Strus. They kick it out to Mobley. Mobley catches, pump fakes, gets it back to Strus. Strus coming to his right. Gets it over to Okoro, catches, pump fakes, fading out of bounds, puts up the three. Got it to go anyway. I was like, oh, he just kind of chugging that one up. No, he shot that thing and he got it to go down. Isaac Okoro. Nice big shot from him. Bridges has it up top, coming to his right off a Robinson screen. Throws the lob to Robinson. Oh, my goodness. He went up for two hands and threw that one down. Mitchell Robinson looking good, looking active, looking ready for the playoffs, y'all. He looking ready for the playoffs. Tyson has it up top, gets it over to Mobley. Mobley at the foul line, a pull-up jumper, comes up well short over Robinson's contest. Robinson with the rebound, gets it out to Brunson. Brunson bringing it down. Cross-court pass to McBride, putting his head down, attacking, shoves it over to OG. OG up top, swings it over to Bridges. Bridges, quick swing through to his right, a mid-range pull-up jumper along the baseline, splashes it over Mobley's late contest, and a 12-point lead for the Knicks, 32-20, keeping the Cavs an arm's length away. We saw this the other night against the Pistons. Can they hold on to the lead? And McBride jumps the passing lane. He's going to go up for a two-handed slam. Beautiful steal from Duece McBride in the half court. Oh, my goodness. Knicks kind of blowing this one open a little bit. Just a little bit. Okoro swings through. He's being guarded by Brunson. Okoro has it in the post against Brunson, backing him down, spins along the baseline, gets caught in the air, leaves it off for Jalen Tyson, and he gets an easy layup out of it. McBride came over for the help on Brunson, and Okoro, a beautiful pass over to Jalen Tyson for the easy two-handed slam. Brunson has it on the right wing, being guarded by Okoro. Gets it out to Robinson. Robinson coming to his right. Hands it off to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left off the handoff. He's got a little bit of space. Leans in, puts up the floater. Gets a nice soft bounce on the floater. Robinson was right there in position for another offensive rebound. And like I said, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Robinson looking dominant against Mobley and Allen. And a foul, I believe, on Duece McBride trying to fight over a screen. 1:36 to go here in the first quarter. Zero tolerance, Bully Kennel. What's up, Zero? For some Knicks fans, you can't criticize Tibbs, and for some, only they are allowed to criticize the team. Yeah, people got to get out of their feelings. They got to stop being super emotional about the team, and you just got to analyze the team and try to look at the team as objectively as you can. We're all biased. We all have our biases. So you got to take it with a grain of salt. But Kevin Patrick Hogan, what's up, Kev? Everyone's going to have their biases. Everyone's going to struggle to criticize certain things about a team just because it's like, nah, I kind of like it, though. I know it doesn't make sense for me to like it. Like, I know it doesn't make sense for me to love Mitchell Robinson as much as I do, but I love Big Mitch, dog. My favorite player on the team. I know he's super limited as a player, but like nights like tonight where he's dominating the paint, I love it. Mobley missed both free throws, by the way. Cam Payne has subbed in along with Shamet. Payne has it up top, dancing around a Robinson screen. Okoro doing a good job staying in front of him. It looks like the Cavs are in a zone here. McBride has it out. Crosses over to his left. Step back, mid-range, deep pull-up two for Duece McBride. Can't get it to go. Jalen Tyson with the rebound. And now he's pushing the pace the other way. Tyson has it on the right wing. Hands it off to Porter. Porter driving to his right. Getting back to his left hand. Goes up against Mitchell Robinson. Can't get it to go. Mobley an offensive rebound. Surrounded by defenders. Robinson comes back to defend him, so he kicks it back out to Strus. Strus down the lane, gets caught in the air and kicks it out to Payne. Mitchell Robinson. He is the deterrent. They're not even looking at the rim with Big Mitch in the paint, baby. Oh, I can't get the smile off my face. I can't get the smile. He's playing so well. They throw another lob, and broken up by Evan Mobley, and he's able to save it from going out of bounds. They know that you want the lob. You got to throw a hard pass, and Mitch is going to have to be ready for it. I know he doesn't have the greatest of hands. Strus, an off-the-dribble pull-up three, can't get it to go, but Craig Porter right there running in wide open for an offensive rebound and putback. 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 36-24. Should be 24. They should change the score here. They do change the score. All right. I thought they were going to wave it off or something, but 36-24, 12-point lead for the Knicks here in the first quarter. They scored 36 points, which is nice, which is solid. We like to see that. Duece McBride has it up top. Coming to his left, now to his right off a Robinson screen. A pull-up three as they go under the screen, and Duece McBride makes him pay, knocking down the pull-up three. Don't go under my screens, baby. They call me Trace McBride. Mobley has it up top, being guarded by Robinson. Robinson playing the whole first quarter is, oh my goodness, gorgeous. You love to see it. Okoro, beautiful crossover in the lane, leaves it off for Tyson. Tyson gets caught in the air, gets fouled by McBride. It's going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws. At least he didn't give up the wide open layup. Rock Rain said, funny thing is, no first-round matchup for any team is easy this year. Well, the Cavs and the Celtics, the play-in for the East is whack. Oh, the Knicks are going to use their challenge here. I think this might be a bad challenge. But Duece McBride was very adamant he didn't touch him. Let's see the replay. He grabbed the rim, though. It looked like he didn't touch Jalen Tyson, but it looked like he did grab the ring. They might call basket interference. Yeah, they might. I saw Kenny Atkinson. He was pointing out too. He's saying he did grab the rim though, so it might be. It might be a successful challenge, but they might end up ruling it basket interference by Duece McBride though. I don't know if that's something they can change the call to, but maybe. Raymond Vasquez, what's up, Raymond? Justice's dad said 36 is a wild start. Yeah, I mean, both teams kind of going like 80, 90%-ish here tonight. Oh, he doesn't grab the rim. He just slaps the rim. A smart job. He doesn't grab the rim. He comes up. The rim is here. He comes up. He slaps it, and he just let his hands glide off of it. So I don't know if that counts as basket interference. I don't know. Let's see. Chi-Chi, what's up, Chi-Chi? Don't understand the cat slander. He gives us 25, 30 points with 13 to 17 rebounds every game, and Tibbs doesn't even run plays for him. When JB decides to give him a shot, he takes it. Most consistent to be number 2. Like I said, Chi-Chi, you got to turn on your TV, brother. You got to watch the games. He giving us 25 points, but he giving up 30 on the other end. Did you watch that Detroit Pistons game? That man melted down. I love what Karl-Anthony Towns can give us offensively, although he does need to take more threes, being way too hesitant on his three-point shooting. But you can't tell me Karl-Anthony Towns, you can't call Mitchell Robinson soft out of one side of your mouth and then on the other side be like, well, Karl-Anthony Towns gives us 25 and 13. If anybody got punked the other night, the way you guys were saying, it was Karl-Anthony Towns, brother. I did not hear what the ruling was. What did they rule? What did the refs rule? No foul. Successful challenge. Side out of bounds for the Cavs. Justice's dad said, Cat cries to the refs every possession, which on the surface gets slander. I mean, you know, there are times where he drives to the basket, doesn't get a foul call, and then cries to the ref, and then next thing you know, we're playing 5-on-4 on the other end. You know? Hendricks Reyes said he's a defensive liability. It's rough, man. It's rough. Being a defensive liability at center is one of the worst things you can be as a center. 0.5 on the clock. The Cavs should not be able to get a shot off here. They shouldn't allow him to get a shot off. They get it in the Struce. Quick catch and fire out of the corner. Can't get it to go. Robinson came over to defend it beautifully. Airballed it. I don't know if he got a piece of it or if he just airballed it, but that's going to be the end of our first quarter. 39-24, a 15-point lead for the Knicks. Looking good, looking solid. We like to see it. We like to see it. Okay, Hazy up 15 after the first. No Donovan Mitchell, no DeAndre Hunter, and no Ty Jerome. 3 important key role players for the Cavs. Knicks missing Karl-Anthony Towns. I think that's pretty much the only guy. I thought Josh Hart was going to sit tonight, but he's not. Justice's dad said Mitch blocked in the stats. I love to see it. Love to see it. Mitchell Robinson dominated that first quarter, man. He really did. He really did. Every single time a Cavs player went into the paint, everybody was like, all right, let me kick this thing out. And the Knicks got a couple steals out of it. Gigi said, I'm playing close attention to Mitch tonight. He might convince me to drop Jonas as my fave. Mitch dominating. Dominant first quarter. Of anybody, if we said, all right, who was the best player in that first quarter, excuse me, I'd say it was Mitchell Robinson. I thought he was phenomenal. I really did. And you guys know I'm biased because I love Big Mitch. I really do love Big Mitch. He's my favorite player on the team, so I'm biased. But I thought he was the best player on the court in this quarter. Mobley didn't want nothing to do with Big Mitch. Nobody really did. Everybody was kicking it out once he came over to help in the paint. Tonight's an exception to the rule. We'll look at the box score at the end of the first quarter because I really want to see Big Mitch, 5 points, 3 boards, a steal and a block. A steal and a block, baby, a steal and a block. Played the whole first quarter too, which to me is like, oh, he might be playoff ready. He might be playoff ready. He already has played first 12 minutes of the game, which coming back from the injury, he talked about like the biggest adjustment is 1, shaking off the rust and getting the timing back, but 2, getting your wind back, because there's nothing to prepare you for playing actual basketball after being off for 6-7 months with the injury. Gigi said, Chef doesn't even care about this game. Cavs ain't even trying. Both teams going like 80, 90%. Both teams going like 80, 90%, brother. But, you know, we watching basketball, big dog, so we going to enjoy it. We're going to enjoy it. Jeff Brown said, Sam Merrill's a rest, 2, he can shoot 2. Yeah, but we're not worried about Sam Merrill, though, Jeff. I'm going to be real with you. Like, yes, he would be great tonight when you're down a bunch of guys, but we're not worried about Sam Merrill. AP, what's up, AP? Reminding people to the thumbs up. Absolutely. Appreciate you. David, what's up, David? My man David Hodge Jr. back in the chat. They get it over to Struce. He pump fakes. They get it out to Dean Wade. Now back to Struce inside the Dean Wade. Kicks it out to a wide open Evan Mobley in the left corner for 3. He comes up short. Achua with the rebound. Achua had a good first half against the Pistons. Kind of went silent in the second half. Let's see if he can replicate some of his success tonight and continue some good basketball. I've been very hard on Precious Achua this season. That's because he's been maybe the most disappointing player this year for me. Campaign on the right wing, pump fakes, driving it in, flips it up at the basket, can't get it to go. Mobley with the rebound, and they're off and running. Mobley putting his head down, attacking McBride off the bounce. He slips and falls, and a foul on Duece McBride is going to send Mobley to the foul line for 2 free throws. K. Hazy said, Cam with that broken floater. Yeah. Ugly looking floater from Campaign yet again. Kind of just flips it up there. Sometimes it goes in, sometimes it doesn't. Mark L. Mark, good to see you. What's up, Mark? Hey, you said Mikal Bridges has been the most disappointing to me. I had low expectations for Mikal Bridges. If you watched him on Brooklyn, if you watched him, I don't know. If you watched him last year on Brooklyn, my expectations were not all that high. He has been disappointing for sure, but for me, Achua, I was like, oh, Precious Achua, you know, he's going to be given a big opportunity. And he had a good preseason, and then obviously had the hamstring injury and just never looked the same again. I think he's been super rough all year. I think he's been this close to being unplayable. At least Bridges is like, all right, has a good game, has a bad game, has a good game, has a bad game. He's been inconsistent. But Precious Achua has been pretty unplayable all year, which is super disappointing. When you were down Mitchell Robinson, he chucks up an air ball there out of the mid-range. Yeah, the shot clock was wind down. He needed to get a shot up, but like doesn't even hit the rim. You know. Number 810, Grind made fizzle. What's up, Grind? Broken floater needs blinker fluid. Mobley has it up top, attacking Achua off the bounce, catches, pump fake, shoves it over to Dean Wade. Misses the reverse layup, but Mobley with the offensive rebound, and he misses the putback. Achua finally grabs the rebound. But look how aggressive Evan Mobley is becoming right now with Mitchell Robinson out of the game. Evan Mobley is like, oh, okay, Mitchell Robinson's out of the game. It's my time to shine. Just, you know, just things you notice. Kick it out to Shamet. Shamet has it up top. Back to Josh Hart. Josh Hart on the right wing. Attacking to his left. Back to Shamet. Wide open right corner 3. Knock me down, Landry Shamet, who, by the way, playing some fantastic ball in that fourth quarter against the Pistons until Tom Thibodeau took him out. It was a tough decision, but he did have the hot hand. Who's that? Javonte Green bringing it down off the screen, puts up a baseline floater, comes up well short, a loose ball. Achua chases it down. Now he's bringing it down. Achua up top, leaves it off for McBride. McBride coming to his left, loses the handle, picks it back up. Hesitation move, blows by Green in the paint, shovels it out to Josh Hart, but gets fouled. Foul on the pass. 9:40 to go. Chi said, today I called NBA radio on Sirius XM and spoke live on air to Justin Termini. I expressed my displeasure with them disrespecting the Knicks. Hey, man, I get it. I get it. And we appreciate your service, Chi. But when the Knicks, like you guys have pointed it out, when the Knicks have the record that they have against the elite teams, you're going to get disrespected. People are not going to believe in you. Achua, a foul line mid-range jumper, can't get it to go down. Struce with the rebound. He's bringing it down now. Struce coming to his left. Gets it over to Mobley in the high post at the foul line. Knocked out of his hands. Ball still loose. Mobley picks it up. Locked out of his hands by Josh Hart again. And now Josh Hart bringing it down. Josh Hart shovels it out to McBride. A pull-up 3 in transition on the left wing. And Duece McBride. I think it was you, Justice's dad, who called out for a bounce-back game from Duece McBride. And 11 points, 3 for 3 from three-point range here. Craig Porter down the lane, kicks it out to Green. Green, the left corner three. It's the guy you want shooting. Breaks it off the side of the rim. Shamet with the long rebound. Now he's bringing it down. In and out dribble. Crosses over to his left. Pull up three. Knock me down. I'm going crazy. Oh, he knocked it down. Oh, the Knicks firing away from three-point range tonight and knocking it down all over the place. All over the court. And everybody's getting in on the action. Oh, we're having fun. We're having fun. Right? I asked for a fun game. And the Knicks are having fun. Landry Shamet, whatever happened to Landry Shamet, maybe he's just finally comfortable. Maybe he just finally understands his role. Maybe he finally shaking off the rust after the injured shoulder. That man is looking like the guy we thought he was going to be when we signed him in the offseason. Like, hey, man, just come in and be a ninth man. And he has not been that for 70 games this year. And then something happened the last 10 games of the year where he's just been unlocked. Knocking down the pull-up three in transition. Number one, taking the three. Number two, knocking it down is just a beautiful sight to behold. He's going to be important because you need a ninth man just to come in and be a sharpshooter. You know, just somebody to come in and challenge the other team and demand some respect as a shooter. And if you don't respect him finally knocking down some shots is great. Finally. Kay Hazy said Shamet was tired of playing 3 minutes a game. Yeah. And you know what? Tom Thibodeau was justified for playing him 3 minutes a game because he was awful. He was awful for like 50 games this year since he came back from the shoulder. However many games he's played this year. He's been awful until these like last 10 games or so. He's really stepped up. It's looking good. The shot's looking good. It's falling down. He's moving without the ball. He's looking confident. He's even knocked down some mid-range jumper. He's getting to the basket on some nice backdoor cuts, but especially the three-point shooting is the thing we're really focusing on because that's your role. That's your role. And he did have a stretch there where he was firing them threes away. He was not hitting nothing. He had a couple of games where he was like 0 for 5, 0 for 6 from three-point range. Finally, becoming the guy we thought he was going to be this year. Finally. Michael Rogers, what's up, Michael? Justice's dad, 23-point lead. Kind of crazy. Is my score right? I was too busy celebrating. Did I give him 3 points? I did. It's 48-25. Cool. Let me look around the league real quick. Obviously, we're going to keep an eye. The Pacers look like they're going to lose. They're down 72-49 at halftime unless something crazy happens. Obviously, the Pacers not playing their starters, so they're likely to lose. They're going to end up playing Cleveland in the second round. That makes me interested on the season series between the Pacers and the Cavs now. They did beat the Cavs the other night, but the Cavs sat everybody. Indiana won that season series 2-1. The last game they played, nobody played for the Cavs, and they play on Sunday. So a preview of a second-round matchup. Interesting. That's going to be a tough matchup for the Cavs. Pacers are no joke. I like the Pacers a lot. Susan said my dog is named Nikki. I also had a dog named Nikki back in the day, who has now since passed. Shout out Nikki. They get it into Garland. Garland out of bounds, puts up the three, can't get it to go. Hart with the rebound, home run pass to Achua. He's got Jared Allen the beat, but he's going to slow it down, not look to challenge him. Smart move. Hands it off to Shamet. Shamet, another three. Knock me down, I'm going crazy. Can't get down with the go, but I love the confidence from Landry Shamet right now. He is rising up and firing. Garland has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Coming to his left off a double screen. Achua steps out to guard him. Bridges able to recover. Inside pass to Allen, who goes through and lays it up and in. Beautiful pass from beautiful pass from Garland to Allen. Grindmates and Pistons versus Knicks series will be must-see TV. Yeah, Knicks in 5. But there will likely be 5 hard-fought games. Those Pistons teams don't go away easily. Achua has it up top, swings through to his left. And he just holds on to the ball for like 15 seconds of the shot clock and then turns it over, doesn't get a shot up, doesn't know the time. Just holding the ball, just standing there. Come on, man. Come on. What was that? Doesn't even get the shot off, man. If you said, how are the dogs? Literally, I've never seen 2 dogs right now happier in my entire life. The 2 dogs, they sleep all day, and then I come home from work, and then they're happy. Take them out for a walk. They're happy. They get their exercise. They're exhausted. They come in. They eat. They go right back to sleep. We do a game. I'm done with the game. I go to bed. They're already laying in the bed waiting for me. Literally 2 of the happiest dogs I've ever seen in my entire life. They live the life. Allen hits Garland cutting back door. Garland hits Javonte Green cutting back door, and he gets an easy layup out of it. And the Knicks, defense without Mitchell Robinson, crumbling. Just absolutely crumbling. Without Robinson and without Anunoby out there, Bridges doing a pretty decent job, but it can't just be him, man. Achua has been atrocious. He had the one good half against the Pistons. Outside of that, he has been absolutely atrocious. Shamet gets open for another 3. Oh, my goodness, Landry Shamet. Oh, my goodness, his third 3. He's 3 for 4 from three-point range. Can you chill, Rug? Stop trying to trip me up, big dog. Landry Shamet's going crazy. Garland hits. Allen comes to the basket. He knocks down a little finger roll layup. Grant, it's a Knicks in 5. You think so? You're not giving Detroit a chance? Not giving them a chance. They're going to make it feisty. They're going to be tough. They're not going to be an easy out. They're going to be tough games. Shamet fires another 3. He comes up short on that one. I love the way that he's firing it away. I don't give them a chance to win the series. They're going to make it interesting. They're going to make it very interesting. But Knicks in 5. Knicks are the much better team. Come playoff time, fully healthy. Detroit Pistons have never played against Mitchell Robinson this year. Matches up very well against their size. We played them last night in a close game. And the Knicks were without 3 important role players, no Anunoby, no Robinson, who are super important to their defense. Actually, those 2 guys are their entire defense, along with Bridges. They make up their entire defense. So, yeah, I think with Anunoby and Robinson out there, they're going to dominate that game, or dominate that series. AB said, I got a Maine Coon. It's almost 3.5 feet tall. My goodness. I got 2 beagles. 2 beagles. And one of them's a pocket beagle. I didn't know she was going to end up being a pocket beagle, but she ended up being a pocket beagle. Pocket beagle is like a regular purebred beagle, just smaller. Just small. I don't know. I looked it up. I was like, why is my beagle not growing anymore? They were like, sometimes they're pocket beagles. Sometimes they don't. They stop growing early. I was like, oh, okay. Bridges misses a free throw. Justice's dad said, Damien got some cool pets. They're awesome. I think they're 2 of the best dogs I've ever had. I've only had a handful of pets. I think they're 2 of the best dogs I've ever had, but they don't walk well. They bark at everything. Beagles are very noisy. They're very talkative. That's the only thing about them. They don't walk well. It's very embarrassing to try and walk them. Bridges splits the free throws, makes 1, misses 1. Garland down the lane, gets caught in the air, kicks it out to Wade, extra pass to Green. Green's going to fire 3. Can't get that one to go. A long rebound, Okoro able to chase it down over Brunson. Brunson has checked back in. We got Brunson, Achua, Hart, Bridges, and Shamet. They kick it out to Garland. Garland driving it down. Hesitation move, loses the handle, picks it back up, flips it at the rim. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Josh Hart tips it to Shamet, who kicks it right back to Josh Hart. Josh Hart pushing the pace over to Bridges on the right wing for 3. Comes up short. Green with the rebound. AP said Pistons are the 2020 Knicks. It's a great comparison, AP. It's a great comparison. They're a fun, spunky team who's constantly out-talented every night, but they're punching above their weight class by just being far more physical than everybody and playing a lot harder than everybody. And, it's success. It's the shocking team this year, the same way the Knicks were the shocking team that year. That's a phenomenal comparison, AP. Phenomenal comparison. And what happened to the Knicks that year? They got beat in 5 games by the Atlanta Hawks, who are far more talented, and just game planned around their best player. You game plan around Cade Cunningham, they don't have anybody else to alleviate the pressure. Now, the Pistons are more talented than that year's Knicks, but Mark said, I've never heard your dogs on stream. They're sleeping, brother. They sleep all day. They sleep. Also, if I let them in the room while I'm streaming, they're going to want to stay in the room. And like I said, they're very talkative. They're very noisy. And if they hear me talking and yelling and celebrating and going crazy, they're going to want to join in on the fun. is too much. It's too much. Too much going on. Too much going on. Garland knocked down both free throws after he got fouled on a jump shot. Brunson has it, gets it up top to Josh Hart. Hart being guarded by Green. Coming to his left. Tries to get it over to Bridges. Knocked out of bounds by Garland. Just as his dad said, Josh making it look easy. I think everyone's played well tonight except for, as Brunson turns it over, got caught under the basket. Garland bringing it down, a pull-up three from him. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Josh Hart skying for a rebound. Home run pass to nobody as Garland picks it off. And now Garland's going to bring it down and line up another pull-up three. And he's going to miss another pull-up three. Jared Allen fighting for the offensive rebound, gets fouled by Josh Hart. It's going to send him to the foul line with 2 free throws. I think everybody's played well tonight except for Precious Achiuwa. I think Precious Achiuwa's been pretty damn bad. He's fought a little. He's starting to fight a little bit more under the basket and grab some rebounds, but Avy said they're the 2020 Knicks, but I don't want the Knicks to be the 94 Sonics or 99 Heat. They're gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right. They got too much talent. They got Captain Clutch, Big Mitch back, OG playing the way he's playing. If Towns can shoot them threes and spread the court, Tibbs can outcoach Biggerstaff. He's a better coach than him. Too many things on their side, which is why I say Knicks in 5. Too many things on their side. Brunson gets it over to OG. OG has it up top. Inside pass to Josh Hart. Kicks it back out to Brunson. Brunson catches, pump fakes along the baseline. Inside pass to Achiuwa. Achiuwa, a little reverse layup. Can't get it to go. And the Cavs will bring it down the other way. 36-54. It's down to an 18-point game. Mobley lines up a left wing three, rattles that one in. Down to 15. 54-39. Robinson back up off the bench. Achiuwa played almost the whole second quarter. I mean, I get it. We don't have any other bigs, but Achiuwa has been bad. He's been bad. They kick it over to Bridges. Bridges over to Anunoby. Anunoby in the left corner. And over to Achiuwa. Achiuwa in the middle of the lane. Puts up a floater. Can't get it to go. And Achiuwa continues to be terrible. The Cavs are funneling the ball to Precious Achiuwa, and they're like, Precious Achiuwa, take some shots, man. And he's been awful. He's been awful. Garland down the lane gets fouled, and they give him the continuation and one. And the Knicks have just allowed Cleveland right back into the game. Stope Gen said he's an assistant now. If the Knicks fire Tibbs, I want Van Gundy. I don't think Van Gundy's going to come back to coach the Knicks. He's had ample opportunities to come back and coach the Knicks, and I think he's good not doing that. And I don't think he's technically an assistant. I think he's an advisor. Unless I'm wrong, right? Isn't he with Houston this year? He was an advisor with the Celtics last year. I have seen him on the bench. Isn't he with Houston? Let me look up Jeff Van Gundy. Where is he? He's with the Clippers. And he has taken a leave from the Clippers. Jeff Van Gundy's back on the bench after missing several weeks attending a family matter. He's back with the Clippers bench. I guess he is an assistant, but because he's back on the bench. But Bridges down the lane, kicks it out to Shamet. Shamet pump fake, driving to his right along the baseline, goes up, can't get the layup to go. Robinson an offensive rebound, kicks it out to Bridges, wide open left corner three. Mikal Bridges comes up short. Coral comes in for the rebound. Garland did knock down his and one free throw. Under 3 to go. Garland in the lane, puts up a floater, comes up short. Anunoby with a big strong rebound, gets it over to Brunson. Brunson pushing the other way. Brunson has it up top, in and out dribble, swing through down the lane, scoop blade with the right hand, gets it to go. And the Cavs trying to push on the make. Bridges picks up Tyson, hands it off to Garland. And they call a travel on Darius Garland. Yes, sir. Timeout. Timeout for the Cavs. And now that Mitchell Robinson's back on the court, Knicks starting to look like a basketball team again. Precious Achiuwa's been that bad. Subgenetics, he's an assistant coach. I didn't know he was an assistant. I thought he was just an advisor. Shout out to Van Gundy. Get him back in the coaching game, baby. getting back in the coaching game. You love to see it. You love to see it. Hey, you said Jeff Van Gundy is the same as Tom Thibodeau. He's with the Clippers. Yeah, maybe. I do think he's a little bit more creative than Tibbs. Tibbs is very stubborn. Van Gundy's also stubborn. You're right. They're very similar. A lot of coaches are similar, though. You know, a lot of coaches are similar. I think the only way you're going to get away from the issues that plague Tom Thibodeau as a head coach is by going very young with your next head coach, which I think is what the Knicks are going to do. Because the Knicks are a smart organization, and that's what smart organizations do. You don't fire a 67-year-old head coach to bring in a 63-year-old head coach. You don't do that. That's not what you do. That's not smart. And this front office is smart, and they understand what's going on. Dub Janice said, I like JVG. He fought with us. Yeah, he's a fighter. He'll be out there. I mean, he's 63 years old. It's been 20 years. You know, times change. Gigi said, nah, I take Fizdale over Jeff. If you're a true Knicks fan, you don't vouch for Jeff. He quit on us for no reason. Take that for data. Yeah, you're crazy. You're crazy. If you read Blood in the Garden, then you've read what happened to Jeff Van Gundy, or if you have read any article, he had to take a step away. Have you seen that man's hairline? It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Lost all that hair, brother. Lost all that hair. That's from coaching. That's from stress. Have you seen the bags under that man's eyes? That man was exhausted. He was not ready at that stage in his career to be a head coach at the time. He fought, man. He fought. David Fizdale is one of the worst coaches I've ever seen. He's up there with Monty Williams. Monty Williams was awful. Literally, David Fizdale was so bad, he got fired. Mike Miller took over as the head coach. I'm sure y'all don't even remember Mike Miller. Mike Miller took over as head coach of the Knicks. And immediately, the Knicks went 500. They were the worst team in the league. By far, wasn't even close with David Fizdale. Mike Miller takes over as interim head coach as Brunson misses a pull-up three and a foul on Jalen Tyson as he was battling Anunoby for a rebound. And Mike Miller takes over as interim head coach over David Fizdale, and immediately the Knicks look like a competent basketball team again. That's all we were asking for. That's all we were asking for. Stub Janet said, what about Rondo? He's an assistant. Keep Rajon Rondo as far away from New York as possible. That man is a head case. If you've read about that man's off-court activities, not great. Not what you want to see. Not what you want to hear about. For a guy who you want to bring to New York, it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. Tyson crosses over, scoop layup, pass Bridges, gets to the go. Great move from the rookie. Brunson has it up top, coming to his right, gets it over to Bridges. Cavs remain in this little zone here. Robinson has it up top, coming to his left. Hands it off to OG. OG coming to his right, down the lane, past the defense, scoop layup with the right hand, gets it to go. He's too big, too strong, too talented. Garland bringing it down, coming to his right, off the Allen screen, driving it down. Pass fake, cross the lane, under the basket, kicks it out. Okoro, a left corner three, knocks it down. Wide open. 58-47, 11-point game. Knicks were up by what, 20? About, right? They were about 20. Now an 11-point game. Keep a double-digit lead going into halftime. Bridges has it up top. Pump fake, driving to his right. Pump fakes, fall-away jumper. Too long, can't get it to go. Tyson, good box out and rebound over Robinson. Getting him under the rim. Garland bringing it down, has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Cross-court pass, Tyson out of the right corner for three over the contest of OG Anunoby, and he splashes it. 8-point game. Gigi said LeBron and Wade pushed Fizdale to be liked. He was the worst. He was awful. He was horrendous. Literally one of the worst coaches I've ever witnessed. He was worse than Hornacek, worse than Derek Fisher. Beautiful bounce pass inside the Robinson, who gets a nice easy layup out of it. Garland has it up top, coming to his right off a couple of screens. Bridges staying in front of him. 40 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Knicks with a 10-point lead, bring a double-digit lead into halftime. I'd appreciate it. Garland driving to his right, loses the handle. Ball is still loose. Robinson diving on the floor for it, has it, tries to get out to Shaman. He does. Now Shaman over to Bridges. Now Bridges cross-court pass over to Brunson, gets knocked out of the air by Evan Mobley. Stop it with the cross-court passes in transition, y'all. Rock Rain said, I would love to see a Harden-Brunson backcourt unstoppable. Harden, dog? Perpetual playoff dropper James Harden? Really? James Harden? At 30, whatever year old he is? 35? Brunson down the lane, swing through, puts up the floater, gets it to go. James Harden? Keep James Harden as far away from New York as possible. A pull-up three for Jalen Tyson. Can't get it to go. Out of bounds. They're going to put some time left on the clock. AB said, which cannot lose this game, and they don't have Donovan Mitchell. Come on. They're going to be all right. This game doesn't mean anything. Both teams going about 80, 90%. Sometimes they turn the dial up slightly. Neither team going 100%. This game means nothing. They're going to be all right. They're going to be all right. I'd like a win. But I don't. Last two games of the regular season, man. None of this matters. Mayweather says, does Allen Houston make your Knicks all-time starting five? My personal all-time starting five? No. I don't even think about Allen Houston. It wouldn't even cross my mind to put him in there. I'd have Brunson at 1. I'd have Clyde Frazier at 2. I'd move Clyde to 2. I don't get Clyde is big, right? How big is Clyde? Clyde's what, 6'5"? He can play the 2. How big Clyde is? And that's going to be the end of the court. He's 6'4". All right, he's 6'4". I'll go with a small backcourt, though. I'll go Brunson 1, Clyde 2. Brunson 1, Clyde 2. That takes our point of attack defense away. The 3, I'm thinking Carmelo. I'm thinking Bernard is more of a 4. The 5, you got Pat Ewing, so 5's out of there. Maybe you put Willis Reed at 4, Bernard King at 3. I think that might be where I go. Hold on. I kind of cooked a little bit. You got Brunson at the 1. You got Clyde Frazier at the 2. You got Bernard King at the 3. He's more of a 4, but I think he's going to be all right at the 3. And then you got the two-headed defensive monster of Willis Reed at the 4 and Pat Ewing at the 5. Now, we're not going to get any 3s up. I don't know what era of basketball we're playing in. We're playing modern-day basketball. That's going to be a rough lineup. But we're going to get buckets because we know nobody's going to guard Bernard King. Ain't nobody can guard that man when he's healthy. You got Pat Ewing, who's, come on, man, that's Pat Ewing. Ain't nobody could guard him either. Very few people. Maybe Elijah One did a pretty good job. But Pat Ewing going to be Pat Ewing. And he going to shore up the defense as a rim protector. You got Willis Reed there, who's going to shore up the defense as well alongside Pat Ewing. So anything you're giving up with JB at the point of attack and maybe Bernard at the 3, a little bit of a lateral mover, don't move it that well. You're going to be all right as a rim protector. But Brunson at the 1, this Captain Clutch, and then Clyde Frazier at the 2. I kind of cooked. You can't tell me I didn't kind of cook. I kind of cooked with that lineup. I kind of love that lineup. I might have to put that lineup in 2K. I might have to try it out. Judd Brown, if he had to get one shot, J.R. Latrell? J.R. like J.R. Smith? Or J.R. like Julius Randle? Who is J.R., Jeff? Who's J.R.? Avey said Patrick is the greatest. I don't know why they don't let Ewing work with Towns. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he's giving them some pointers. I don't think they're telling him not to work with Towns. I'm sure he's giving them pointers. But just because a guy gives you advice or even works out with you doesn't mean that you're going to pick up the things that made Patrick Ewing great. Karl-Anthony Towns is effectively a very different player than Pat Ewing. He's not going to be able to pick up the things that made Pat Ewing great. Nick Yak said the Busher over Willis at 4. I just worry about the defense. And I know the Busher's no slack defensively as well. But I just worry about the defense when you got Bernard, who does at the 3. Because Bernard's more of a 4. If I'm sliding Bernard up to the 3, I worry about his lateral movement and staying in front of the guys. Depends on the era we're playing in. DeBusschere is not a bad option either. We might bring DeBusschere in off the bench. Might bring DeBusschere off the bench. It just did, you know what it was? It just didn't feel right not having Willis on the team. That's the captain right there. So I might just give him the slight nod over just for that reason. Just for that reason. See, Tyler said Cat at the 4. Hey man, Cat can be the 9th man who can come in and shoot some threes. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'd rather have Tyson Chandler over Karl-Anthony Towns as my center. I value defense, man, especially at the center position. Part of the reason why I never really liked Towns when he was out in Minnesota, I value defense, man. At the center position, that is the most important position in order to be a good defender. Even an average defender I'd take. He is so bad defensively that it's like, I can't, man. I can't. Bernard Johnson, what's up, Bernard? So I'll take Cat off the bench for a couple of minutes here and there. But I can't have Towns in there. I can't. And he's great. You know, and Towns at the 4 alongside Pat Ewing at the 5 sounds awesome. Sounds amazing. But I just wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it. He'd come off the bench. Right? I mean, the bench is kind of crazy too, because you got Melo, you got DeBusschere, you got Towns. I'd have David Lee in there. You got too many bigs now. You got Anthony Mason. Guards. Knicks have been for 20 years, the Knicks didn't have any guards. So you got to go back in the day. Like you're looking at like Michael Ray Richardson for backup guards. You're looking at, man, yeah, it's rough. The guards are looking rough. Earl Monroe, yeah, he'll come in off the bench. The guards are the toughest position to fill out because the Knicks spent 20 years not having any point guards. So, Nick Yak said dollar bill. I mean, you could have that whole 70s team, Nick Yak. I mean, they won a championship for the reason. They're considered one of the greatest teams of all time for a reason. You could have that whole team on the lineup, you know? Rock Green, Steph Marbury. Yeah, Marbury, his Knicks tenure was so weird. If we're just taking his Knicks tenure, I don't know. I mean, he definitely, like I said, we're thin at guard, so he might end up making the cut. He said, who would be the coach of that team? Gotta be Red, right? Gotta be Red. Red Holzman. You gotta go Red Holzman. Pat Riley. I mean, who are the options? You got Tibbs. You got Red Holzman. You got Pat Riley. You got Van Gundy. Think about some of the greatest coaches in Knicks history. Those are probably your 4 options. And we're getting Tibbs out of there. Right? He's the first cut. So you got Holzman, Pat Riley, and Van Gundy. Then you're probably getting Van Gundy out of there. He comes from the coaching tree, Pat Riley anyway. So it comes down to either who you prefer, Pat Riley or Red Holzman. And I might go Red Holzman. I'm probably going to go. You know, I am going to go Red Holzman. It's going to be Holzman. AB said Rod Strickland was with the Knicks long enough, wasn't he? Yeah. Oh, he wasn't with the Knicks long enough. Yeah, and again, it's not that he was bad with the Knicks, but he didn't necessarily stand out as a great player when he was with the Knicks. Yak said Jerry Lucas for the deep ball. Yeah, I mean. Sean Collins said, can't choose Riley. He snaked to Miami. Yeah, we're just talking about how good of a coach is, though. I think I prefer the mentality that Holzman had versus the mentality that Riley had. If you have read about Riley as a head coach, then you know he was very similar to Tom Thibodeau, actually, where he was very stubborn, where it's like, I don't care if John Starks is 1 for 15 tonight. He's going to be out there. I'm just going to have him out there. Right? I'm not going to hold him accountable for that. I'm just going to have him out there. And that was frustrating for people at the time. You know, and he had similar mentalities to Mason, to Oakley, to Ewing, where it was, you know. So, Versus Holzman, who was very team-oriented, where it was like, we're going to share the ball. Everybody's going to get it in on the action, and we're going to play defense first. And so I'm going to go Holzman. I'm going to go Holzman. Yeah, I said Holzman, before he was our coach, he was our scout. That's fire. Sometimes scouts make some of the best coaches because they can evaluate talent and allows them to either see talent or latent talent that's not necessarily there and give a guy a chance versus a coach who just can be very cold-hearted, like, what can you do for me right now, not what can I do for you in the future. Same way that it's the same thing that has made Greg Popovich a great coach, where he is like, he can see the potential in guys and slowly work it into their games and whatnot. D. Grant said, you ever Red Hosman won 2 chips playing that way? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd take Red Hosman over Pat Riley. All right, we're going to go around the league, check out some of these games. We're going to check out some of these games. Actually, Knicks box score, I mean, everybody's getting in on the action for the Cavs, help them get back into the game, especially Garland, who's got how many assists? 7 assists, 7 points for Garland. He's been good. Getting his team in on the action. Who's minus 17? Max Strus. My goodness, Max Strus. What are you doing out there, buddy? What happened? As far as the Knicks, 7 points for Robinson, 4 boards. A steal and a block for Big Mitch, 2 stocks. Anunoby's got 7. Bridges has 8.6 assists. Nice. Brunson with 15 points. Josh Hart with 5 points. He also has 4 personal fouls. Josh Hart's out there hacking and whacking away. Off the bench, McBride with 11, Landry Shamet with 9. He's hit 3 threes. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's exactly what you're looking for. McBride also hit 3 threes. Overall, they're 11 for 20 from 3 versus the Cavs, who are 6 for 18. Anyway, let's go around the league. Rock Rain said, Van Gundy will always get my respect. He got out there, followed the team. Bucks Pistons in a close game. Milwaukee wins. It guarantees, it locks the Pistons in at 6. And then the game tomorrow, or the game on Sunday, doesn't mean anything. Detroit and Milwaukee play again on Sunday, so there's that. Giannis has 26. Kuzma with 10. Lopez with 15. Off the bench, Bobby Portis is back. Welcome back, Bobby Portis. 15 points, 8 rebounds off the bench for him. They're in a 1-point game. So with all that being said, Cade Cunningham has 28 and 10. Ooh, he's hooping on him. Duran's got 10 and 10. Thompson with 11. Tobias Harris with 10. Malik Beasley with 15 with 5 threes. My goodness. The crazy thing is, I think even if the Bucks lose both of these games, they still win the tiebreaker, because doesn't it come down to point differential? Or does it come down to, what is the tiebreaker? Do you guys know what the tiebreaker is? What is the NBA tiebreaker? Tiebreakers for playoff seeding are determined by a series of criteria starting with head-to-head record. They're going to be tied 2-2 if Detroit wins both of these games. Then division record, if applicable. All right, so it would come down to division record. So we can check that out. Is it even possible for Milwaukee to drop down to 6? The division record 7-7, 5-9. Aren't they in the same division though? They are. So, what's the division record? 7-7, 5-9. They dropped down to 7-9. They'd improve to 7-9. So it'd be the same. Okay. So what's the next one? Division record, then conference record. 29 and 21. Detroit would win that because they would beat the Bucks twice. So If Detroit wins both of them, Detroit jumps Milwaukee for the 5 seed. So Detroit has to win both games. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So it is possible. I was looking at it the other day. I was like, wait, it's not possible, though. Nick Yak said Robinson boxing out didn't allow many Cleveland rebounds. No, he was great. He was great. Didn't play that much in the second quarter. Achua played majority of that second quarter, which wasn't fun. 31-point lead for the Magic, by the way. So the Pacers are going to lose, and the Knicks are locked into 3. So now we're just looking at this Bucks-Pistons game. The rebounding, now that you bring it up, Yak, 21 for the Cavs, 18 for the Knicks. So Cavs actually beating them by 3. Robinson had how many? 4 boards. He had 3 offensive rebounds, though. But like you mentioned, good at boxing out and allowing guys like Josh Hart to come in and grab some rebounds. Mark Avon, what's up, Mark? Keenan Hart, what's up, Keenan Hart? Maybe said, yeah, maybe Tom Thibodeau's trying to lose this game so they didn't have to play Detroit. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Losing this game doesn't matter because the Pistons are going to lose. Losing doesn't matter. The Knicks are going to be the 3 seed. So winning and losing no longer means anything. You're locked into 3. GG said, show my boy X-Men some respect. He should be among those. He should be mentioned in the same category as Mace. Sure. Good off the bench dude in our all-time Knicks team. He gets a nice shout out. Mark Gavin, what's up, Mark? We're winning against a top team for once. He said, don't worry, Tiz will blow it in the fourth quarter like usual. Cavs are sitting Donovan Mitchell, Ty Jerome, and DeAndre Hunter tonight. So there's that. But this game doesn't really mean anything for either seed, for either team. Cavs are locked in at the 1 seed in the East and the 2nd overall best record in the NBA. And the Knicks are going to be locked in at the 3 seed, considering that the Pacers are getting beat by 30 tonight. So. Keenan Hart said Cavs have been playing like crap down the stretch. They have, but they've been locked into the 1 seed for a while, and they haven't been able to catch the Thunder for the overall best record in the league. So they kind of been mailing it in. Now the thing about that is it builds bad habits, and going into the playoffs, we'll see if maybe these bad habits have seeped into their overall play, and they can't really shake it going into the playoffs. But Mobley has it up top, being guarded by OG, trying to handle it, spinning to his left, down the lane, stops, turns, spins, righty hook shot, can't get it to go, but gets his own offensive rebound and putback. Big Mitch, you got to come over, Big Mitch. He tried to come over, but Mobley spun the other way. Start of the 3rd quarter here. Josh Hart has it up top, hands it off to OG. OG over the top pass to Brunson in the right corner, pump fakes, and then got caught in the air and decided to throw it off of Dean Wade to save the possession. Jeff Brown said Spite is hurt. Yeah, he's not playing. I assume it's more rest than like actual injury, but you tell me, Jeff. You tell me. Brunson has it on the right wing. Hesitation move. Step back. Fall away 2 over Jared Allen. Hit the front of the rim. Can't get it to go down. Well contested from Jared Allen. Some bad offense from the Knicks there. They get it over to Mobley. Mobley being guarded by OG. Mobley's going to attack to his left. Back him down. Spin to his right. Pump fake. Step through. Lefty hook. Can't get it to go, but fouled by Anunoby. It's going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws. I gave 2 points to the wrong side. 62-52. Gigi said, low-key, I wanted the Knicks to fall to the 4th. Better chance of playing the Cavs than Boston. You have to play both of those teams and make it to a finals run anyway, brother. What is the difference losing to the Cavs in the 2nd round? I mean, what is the difference in losing to the Celtics in the 2nd round and losing to them in the conference finals? What is the difference? Literally doesn't matter. So put your big boy pants on and let's roll the ball out and let's hoop. Don't matter. You're going to have to play them anyway, so let's hoop. Brunson has it up top, gets it over to Robinson. Jeez, Louis, hold on. My goodness. I feel like I'm losing my voice. Robinson hands it off to Hart, coming to his left. Hands it off to Brunson, coming to his right. Driving it down. Loses the ball on the way up from Brunson. Turns it over, no foul call. And Brunson gets hit with a technical foul, yelling at the ref. Hart said, JB coughing off the ball. Yeah. AB said, you play who you play. Like, yeah, what are you going to do? You play for the best record you can get in the regular season. And there's no foul there on the Brunson attempt, by the way. Brunson just lost it on the way up. I don't know what he's complaining about, but the ball don't lie. As Garland misses a free throw. We love when our opponents misses free throws. Yeah, you like you said, AP, you play who you play. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to run away from the Celtics? Roll the ball out. Let's hoop. What are y'all afraid of? Losing in the second round versus losing in the conference finals? What's the difference? You lost. If you think that they're going to lose, then what's the difference? Play them as early as you can, so let's get it over with. If that's how you feel, I feel like the Knicks are going to have a chance. It's a small chance, but they're going to have their chance to win the series. Bridges down the baseline, puts up a floater. Gets it to go down, and they give him the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for one more. Mike, what's up, Mike? AB said, what does the elephant think? He's thinking about it. I'll tell you that. I don't know what he's thinking. He don't talk too much. Jeff is the chatty one. Jeff don't stop talking. I know exactly what Jeff thinks. Jeff is supremely excited. Jeff is the ultimate optimist. Ellie over there, Ellie the elephant, it's a she, by the way. It's a her. She's the ultimate pessimist. She thinks the Knicks not going to lose in the first round. She thinks she's going to lose in the first round. When they call a technical foul on Garland, and Garland's clapping and still yapping at the refs. Garland was looking for a foul call as he went to the basket for a layup. Mike said, let's not lose this one. Yeah, I'd appreciate a win here tonight. Again, the game doesn't really matter, but as Brunson knocks down the technical free throw. You would like a win, right? Let's celebrate a win. Hart said, I kind of agree with that. Boston is going to be there whenever. Got to get past them somehow, and we won't. 90-10. I mean, look, man, you're saying there's a chance, 90-10, 10% chance of winning it. Like, I'll take it. I'll take it. Roll the ball out. Let's hoop. Let's hoop. Brunson has it on the right wing, gets it over to Bridges. Bridges in the right corner. Jab step, coming to his left off a Robinson screen, driving it down in the lane, kicks it out to Brunson, open in the left corner. They somehow left him open, but he can't get it to go down. Fight for the rebound. Allen able to snag it. Here comes Garland pushing it the other way. Hits Strus cutting back door, reverse layup for him, and he gets it to go down. Relic of the Soul said, bro, we are not afraid of Detroit. I'm not. Some people are. I'm not. Abe said, I want to win every game. Me too. Me too. Brunson has it up top, coming to his right, driving it down against Allen. Pump fakes, kicks it out. Anunoby, he's going to line up a three. Comes up well short on that one. And the Knicks were on fire in the first half from three-point range, have very much cooled off here. We'll see if they're going to be able to hold on to the lead with their three-point shooting cooling off here. Strus down the lane, lobs it over the top to Allen, knocked out of his hands. The ball finds its way to Bridges. Here comes Anunoby. He's going to put his head down, go to the basket. You know he is. He's going to Euro step down the lane, scoop away with the right hand, gets it to go, even past Mobley. Oh, beautiful finish from OG there. Back up by 10, 68-58. Rockring said, I don't care what the Cavs record is. They still can't beat us in the playoffs. Brother, that was 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago. A fundamentally, completely different team from both sides. Y'all sound like some Atlanta Hawks fans when you say that. Come on, man. That was 2 years ago. Josh Hart guarding Wade. Anunoby dives on it, saves it. Josh Hart picks it up, and now we're pushing it the other way. Josh Hart has it up top. Inside pass to Bridges, being guarded by Garland. Mobley comes over to help. Cross-court pass to Brunson. Extra pass to Anunoby. Wide open straightaway three. Comes up short. Comes up short. Come on. Strus a left wing three. He comes up short. Josh Hart with the rebound. Some helter-skelter play. Some shots not falling for both sides, but here we are. Josh Hart has it on the left wing. Over to Bridges cutting across the lane. Goes up. Can't get the shot to go down, but they call a foul on Evan Mobley. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Bridges going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Hart said, Detroit is for sure tougher than Milwaukee. The only thing that scares me about Milwaukee is that Giannis is a freak. Giannis had, what, a 35, 20, and 10 game the other day? Like, that man is ridiculous. I don't think Giannis by himself is going to beat the Knicks, especially when you have guys like Anunoby, Robinson, and Towns, even the pressures to chew off the bench to guard him. Giannis is still horrifying because he's still going to get his. But with no Dame, they don't really have much else to rely on. I mean, they made the trade for Kuzma because they were kind of desperate for some shot creation, and Kuzma's not the guy you're going to rely on in the playoff series. So the Knicks have a good matchup against Milwaukee and have kind of dominated them the last 2 or 3 years. So I think the Milwaukee series would have been easier, but either way, Knicks in 5, brother. Either way, Knicks in 5. Bridges knocks down both free throws. Knicks back up by 12. 70-58, under 8 to go. AB said, I thought we were winning 57 games this year. Yeah, I mean, they definitely had their opportunities. They were in some close games that they weren't able to pull out, but they were also in close games that they probably shouldn't have pulled out, and Jalen Brunson put the Superman cape on, you know? Robinson has it up top, swings it over to Hart, over the pass top to Bridges for a nice lob, and he lays it up and in. Beautiful ball movement from the Knicks there to get Bridges a nice easy lob. 72-60, Knicks keeping the Cavs an arm's length away, but they're just one run away from catching up, same way that Detroit was the other night. Bridges gets called for a reach-in foul. Keenan Hart said, Kuzma sucks. He's awful. He's awful. He's horrendous. Keenan Hart said, yeah, I ain't buying that 2-year-old argument regarding Cleveland. Yeah, man, it was 2 years ago. You know, when I hear Knicks fans say that, I'm like, guys, we were clowning Atlanta Hawks fans for saying, oh, we beat you guys in the Knicks 2 years ago. And we were like, brother, that was 2 years ago. It was a different team. And yet you got Knicks fans being like, well, we beat the Cavs 2 years ago in the playoffs, so it's going to be the same thing. It's like, no, man, they're different teams. What are you doing? We were just making fun of Hawks fans for doing that, and now you've turned into Hawks fans. So what do you, I don't know. I don't understand the mindset of when people say that. Garland, down the lane, puts up a floater, comes up short, fight for the rebound. Allen tipped it up. Robinson, decent box out to keep him off the glass. He tried to tip it up and in. Brunson able to grab it. Brunson down the lane, draws the foul on Okoro. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Mike said, and Cat can't get with the Greek Freak defensively. That's Anunoby's job. Cat comes over as a rim protector, as a helper on the weak side, which he's better at. But, you know, when he doesn't have to bang down low with a big man, you know, Lopez is going to stay out on the perimeter. Yak said, is everyone a Knicks fan in here? We have Jeff. Jeff's a Cavs fan. Brunson knocks down the first free throw. I don't know if Jeff is still in here, but Big Rudd is sometimes in here. He's a Bulls fan. It's mostly Knicks fans. Brunson knocks down both. Knicks with a 14-point lead. See if they can extend it back towards 20. Craig Porter Jr. bringing it down. They get it over to Allen. Allen hands it off to Garland. Garland has it up top, driving it down, scoop layup, throw. Oh no, it was a lob to Allen, and he lays it up and in. Beautiful lob from Garland to Allen. They have a beautiful connection, man. They do have a beautiful connection. Josh Hart has it up top. Gets it over to Robinson. Robinson, ooh, beautiful pass to Brunson, come back door. Brunson kicks it out the Bridges. He can't knock down the corner 3. Come on, man, you got to knock that down. And then the Cavs get a wide open run to the basket for an easy dunk. What happened there? But Robinson hit the backdoor pass to Brunson. You rarely see Robinson get saucy with his passes. He's been hanging out with Karl-Anthony Towns for a little bit. Robinson had it up here, and he said, I'm going to hit you backdoor, big dog. I haven't seen Robinson do that. Josh Hart hit Bridges, posted up Garland. Has it in the paint, ball knocked loose, able to save it, kicks it out to Brunson in the left corner. He's going to pump fake, one dribble, pump fake again, up top to Josh Hart. Josh Hart driving to his left, putting his head down, attacking under the basket, kicks it out to OG. OG has it in the mid-range. He's got to plug it up with the shot clock expiring, and it goes over the top of the backboard. Josh Hart missed him initially. He had him wide open on the right wing. You got to swing that thing, Josh. Susan, I beg to differ about Kuzma. Kuzma's awful, Susan. He is awful. He's horrendous. I've never seen a worse decision maker in my life. If we were playing Milwaukee, I'd be like, please put the ball in Kyle Kuzma's hands every single time down the court. Every single time. Kuzma's terrible. The Bucks are beating the Pistons right now, halfway through the fourth quarter, 113-106. And the Magic are beating up on the Pacers, man. So that's a 116-83. Oof. Rock Rain said, like I said, I don't care who we face. We're up for the challenge. Let's go Knicks. That's where I'm at. Knicks in 5. We're playing Milwaukee, Knicks in 5. We're playing Detroit, Knicks in 5. They're going to win their series. Knicks going ice cold from three-point range here to start the third quarter. Halfway through the third quarter now. It's not really what you want to see. OG's 1 for 5 from 3. Bridges 1 for 4. Brunson 2 for 5. Josh Hart did hit a 3. But the guys who knocked down 3, McBride and Shane, we got to bring those guys into the game at some point, Tibbs. Hopefully we see him make some substitutions coming out of this timeout. We'll see. Julian Perez, what's up, Julian? Knicks in 5? Absolutely. Knicks in 5. Easy. I don't care who we play. Detroit, Milwaukee, don't matter. Bring them on. Knicks in 5. I genuinely believe they're going to beat both teams in 5 games. And I'm only giving them 1 game to Giannis because Giannis is really that guy, and 1 game to Cade because Cade is really that guy. And that's really it. That's really it. Knicks in 5, brother. Knicks in 5. Hattie, what's up, Hattie? All right, let's see if the Knicks can pick up their play here. 10-point game. They largest lead of the game was, what, 18, 20, something like that? It's now down to 10. They've been keeping it around 10 since halftime. They've kept them an arm's length away. Let's see. Let's see if they can put some stuff together. Porter Jr. bringing it down. And they call a loose ball foul, I believe, on OG. We're under 6 to go, halfway through this third quarter. Neither team have really separated themselves here in the third. It's kind of been some helter-skelter play. Porter Jr. has it up top, coming to his right off a screen. Gets it over to Jared Allen. Now hands it off to Garland. Garland comes to his left, puts up the 3, gets fouled by OG Anunoby. He's going to go to the foul line for 3 free throws. Got to get some subs in, Tibbs. Got to get some subs in here. Get Shaman in, get McBride in. Get McBride in. You're putting Anunoby on Garland to try and slow him down a little bit. Get McBride in and put McBride on him as Garland misses yet another free throw. We love when our opponents misses free throws. Get McBride in for either Bridges or OG or something. Put him on Garland. Garland knocks down the second one. Maybe said, I hate those 3-point fouls. Yeah, you're just trying to be overly aggressive, trying to deny the ball, and the second they get the handoff, they're going to rise up to try and shoot it. Your momentum brings you right into them. Easy way to draw the foul. All smart guards do it. Chris Paul kind of invented it. It definitely popularized it. Bridges cross-court pass to Josh Hart over the top of his head. Josh Hart able to save it. It gets it into OG. Good hands from OG and Josh Hart. Get it out to Brunson. Brunson's going to look to isolate with the shot clock winding down. Cavs are in his zone. Brunson down the lane, kicks it over to Josh Hart. A left corner 3, Josh line me up. Comes up short, can't get it to go. Fight for the long rebound. Bridges able to grab it. Bridges over to OG. OG catches, sidesteps, put up the right wing 3, and he finally gets one to go down. There you go. There you go. Craig Porter Jr. bringing it down. Has it up top. Dancing around an Allen screen. Coming to his left. Putting his head down. Attacking. Robinson right there. So he's going to pull it out to the other side. Doesn't want to challenge him. They get it over to Garland. Garland across the lane. Shoves it inside to Allen. The Knicks are reaching down. Garland able to pick it up. Has it in the paint. Shoves it out. Okoro, a left wing three. Stands still. Catch and shoot three. And he knocks it down. Getting the 3 points right back. Got to pick up the loose ball there. Garland in the right place at the right time. Josh Hart has it up top. Being guarded by Craig Porter Jr. Hart spinning, coming to his left, driving it down, leaves it off. Robinson goes up. Oh, can't get the dunk to go down. Ball flies out of bounds. Got to get the go in, Big Mitch. Got to get the dunk to go down, big dog. Got to get the dunk to go down, big dog. What are you doing? What are you doing? Ken Hart said OG's playing like an all-star since the break. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. If he was playing like this all season long, he would have had serious consideration for all-star. Jared Allen got the pass inside from Garland. Beautiful move. Pump fake Mitchell Robinson out of the way and got the nice easy layup. 77-71, a 6-point game. McBride finally up off the bench. Brunson has it up top, coming to his right off the Robinson screen. In and out dribble, driving to his right, down the lane, leans in, puts up the floater, gets fouled. He's going to go back to the foul line for 2 more free throws. Angela Harding, what's up, Angela? Keenan Hart said CP3 is an all-time great. All-time great. All-time great. One of the greatest point guards of all time. You got Magic at 1. You got Magic Johnson at 1. Second greatest point guard of all time. Steph? Got Steph at 2. Third greatest point guard of all time. You got John Stockton and CP3 is who I'm debating against right now. And I think I might put CP3 ahead of him. I'm going to go CP3 just because I don't like John Stockton. David said Pistons Bucks update. Let's see. Milwaukee is up 4 with 4.5 to go in the fourth quarter. 113-109. Brunson knocked down both of his free throws. Max Strus bringing it down. Gets it over to Mobley. Hands it back to Strus. Bounce back to Mobley. Mobley in the paint. Pump fake. Leans in. And they call a foul on the Knicks. Reaching in. 79-71. Foul on Precious Achiuwa, who subbed in for Robinson here. Jeff Brown said, where do you rank Kyrie in best point guards of all time? I don't know. Not high. Not very high. Somewhere around 10. Somewhere between 5 and 10. But closer to 10 than 5. Saint Siren said Jason Kidd. Like, I'd have Jason Kidd over Kyrie. I'd have Iverson over Kyrie. Mobley splits a pair of free throws. Makes the first, misses the second. Brunson has it up top. Being guarded by Craig Porter. Gets it over to Bridges. Bridges over to Anunoby. Anunoby out of the left corner for a 3. Comes up wide to the right. Can't get it to go down. Barely grazed the rim. Here comes Strus. Hit ahead to Porter Jr. Porter Jr. on the left wing. As the frame rate on this game right now is chugging. Porter Jr. knocks down a little mid-range jumper over Brunson. The frame rate on this game, it is chugging, man. It is jumping around everywhere. The Knicks turn it over, hit it head to Okoro. Okoro scoop lay with the right hand, gets it to go down. Just like that, it's a 3-point game, y'all. And we talked about how the 3-point shooting has abandoned the Knicks here in the second half, same way it did in Detroit, as the Knicks bring it down and call a timeout. And with the 3-point shots not going down, the Knicks giving up yet another lead, same way they did last night to Detroit. Kennard said, Kyrie, good player, not all-time great. I mean, look, man, you look at the resume. He's got a championship on his belt. He's got one of the biggest shots in NBA history on his belt. He's got great finals performances on his belt. You could say, obviously, LeBron led those teams, but Kyrie was a huge part of it. And like I said, he hit one of the biggest shots of that series in order to help them win. So he gets credit for that. But like I said, that's why I kind of have him around 10, because that's kind of it. It's kind of all he has on his resume outside of, like, some high-scoring seasons. You know, as the primary guy, he's never been the best player on a team that was awesome. You know? Justice's dad said Kyrie top 15 in his prime top 10. That's fair. That's fair. Hart said, I'll take John Havlicek, Dennis Johnson over Kyrie. Havlicek, sure. The Dennis Johnson one is a little iffy, but debatable. It's debatable. Justice's dad said Kyrie's elite still. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what he looks like. Hopefully he comes back, you know, just as strong after the ACL tear. Nick Yak said pissed to beat Bob Cousy. Yeah, a lot of great names. Clyde Frazier. You guys didn't even mention Clyde Frazier. I'd probably have Kyrie over too. So. I said similar to Dennis Johnson. Yeah, they'd be in the same range. We could, you know, debate who we'd have higher. It's a debate. But, you know, like you guys said, that's probably around 15. He's probably around 15 to 10. Justice's dad said Steph top 5. Steph is number 2. Steph is the second greatest point guard of all time. Hendrick Ray said Magic, Isaiah Stockton, CP3, Steph, Kyrie, Walt. I'd have Magic as the greatest point guard ever. Steph is the second. I forgot about Isaiah Thomas. You might have Isaiah Thomas at 3. Won 2 championships, is the best player on the team. So I'm going to have him at 3. I'm going to have Magic, Steph, Isaiah Thomas. Then it's tough. Then it gets very debatable. I might have CP3 there at 4. I don't know. Kevin Patrick Hogan said, told you this is who we are. We ain't killers, can't put games to bed early. No excuses tonight. Where's Mitchell? Brother, this is the second last game of the season. The Knicks are locked in at 3. The Cavs are locked in at 2. Both teams going like 80%, like 70, 80. Sometimes they take it up to 90%. They're going to be all right, dog. They're going to be all right. Got to knock down some threes. Bridges chucking up some threes right now. He can't knock down anything. Similar with OG. Can't knock down any perimeter shots right now. Anunoby and Achua combine to get a steal on Mobley. Anunoby's going to put his head down, attacking through the lane, surrounded by 4 defenders, draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. And again, the Gotham Sports app is very jittery right now. Buffering all over the place. Got to refresh the stream. Anunoby's at the foul line for 2 free throws. Justice's dad said CP3 top 10. He might be around 5. He's like in that range. I have him 4, but I'm not sitting down really thinking about it because you got Jason Kidd 2. You got Clyde Frazier. I think they're all in the same area. I might have Clyde over CP3, but CP3 was so good in his prime, man. He was so good in his prime. It's hard for me to not have him up there. Anunoby splits the free throws, misses the first, makes the second. Kevin Patrick Hogan said up 25 now this. Were they up 25? Greg Porter Jr. down the lane. Kicks it out to Tyson. Tyson has it on the left wing. Quick crossover to his right on Anunoby. Down the lane. Puts up the floater over OG. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Knocked out to Mobley. Mobley with the pass fake. Down the lane. Pump fakes. Leaves it off. Strooks a floater. Can't get it to go. Achua knocks the rebound out to nobody. Grab the rebound, dog. And then the Cavs didn't turn it over. I guess the Knicks tipped it. Ball's going to stay with the Cavs here. 2 minutes to go. Justice's dad said Westbrook top 15. Westbrook's another name to bring up. Yeah. He's going to be in that range, 10 to 15. Maybe closer to 15 because he was very erratic as a point guard. But Okoro, battling, can't get the tip to go. Still fighting for the rebound. Achua ends up with it. Achua's starting to fight on the glass here. I like what Achua's giving here in the second half. And again, this stream right now, very jittery. Shaman to pull up 3, though. Finally, we knocked one down. Get Landry Shaman in the game, Tibbs. Finally got Shaman and Duece McBride in the game, and guess what? Some shots going down. Finally. Craig Porter Jr. has it up top, attacking to his right. Scoop Blade with the right hand, can't get it to go, but they call the foul on Precious Achua. Justice's dad said CB3 longevity is amazing too. Yeah, he just makes every team better that he's on. It's crazy. That season he had in OKC, when OKC was like, we're tanking, CB3, take the year off. And he was like, screw you guys, I'm playing. And he got that team into the playoffs. Crazy season from CP3. One of the most underrated seasons I've ever seen. It was awesome. That was an awesome season. Justice Stats is lagging crazy. It's rough to watch. This is like 12 frames per second. This is awful. This is awful. Russell Field said Shaman may need a nickname. I don't know. What are y'all thinking? A Landry Shaman nickname? I don't know. One doesn't come to the mind. Let's look up his basketball reference. Basketball reference has every single nickname ever. I think the Knicks are challenging. It should be an offensive foul on Craig Porter, holding on the pressure to chew his arm. Let me look up Landry Shamet on Basketball Reference, because Basketball Reference has some very funny nicknames. Let's go to Basketball Reference. So successful challenge from Tom Thibodeau. Offensive foul on Craig Porter. No more challenges for the Knicks. That was their second challenge of the night. Landry Shaman nicknames. Lambo and One a Day. Awful nicknames. Awful. Look at this. Look at these awful nicknames. Lando and One a Day for Landry Shaman. These are his nicknames. This is what Basketball Reference has as his nicknames. Lambo and One a Day. I don't even know what One a Day is supposed to reference, but it's awful. It's awful. All right, here we go. The Knicks have the ball. We're back into it. Shaman another three. Can't get that one to go. Minute to go. Mobley over to Craig Porter, being guarded by McBride, coming to his right, off the screen. Kicks it over to Okoro. Okoro has it up top. Gets it over to Mobley. Mobley on the right wing. Has it. Hits the backdoor pass. McBride knocked it out of bounds. Going to remain with the Cavs, but 6 seconds to go on their shot clock. Russell Field said one a day like vitamins. James said, what's with the Port Authority gift shop hat? This is for the captain. It's for the captain. Anunoby with a nice rebound after Craig Porter had to get the shot up. For Captain Brunson, brother. Salute to the captain. Brunson has it up top. Being guarded by Anunoby. Crosses over to his right, leaning in, bully balling. Step back, follow away jumper over him. Splashes it. Beautiful move from OG. He said defensive player of the year, who? He said defensive player of the year, who? Craig Porter Jr. has it up top, 20 seconds to go. Knicks back up by 9. Porter Jr. crosses over to his left off the shoe screen. Behind the back, blows right past Shaman. Scoop blade with the right hand, gets it to go over to Chua. Beautiful move from Craig Porter Jr. My goodness. Kiana Bryan, what's up, Kiana? One a day is he'll give you one shot a day because at one point he was missing a lot. They call a foul on Strus as the Knicks missed the three at the buzzer. McBride snuck in to try to get the tip in. And they call a foul on Strus. I think the refs are going to look to see if it came before the buzzer or not. Everton Fletcher, what's up, Ev? They can't keep choking in the third quarter. Not a great third quarter from the Knicks, you're right. Ooh, I don't know. That might be after the buzzer. We'll see what the refs rule after this timeout. Well, we're at the end of the third quarter. Shaw, what's up, Shaw? James Cook Fair, what's up, James? Keenar said, yeah, we have a bit of a sham of a bench. Oh, hey, they put it in slow motion. They paused the exact frame that Max Strus fouled McBride, and it's with 0.1 seconds on the clock, baby. Justice's dad, the ShamWow. The ShamWow, there it is. That's his nickname, the ShamWow. Y'all remember the ShamWow? They don't sell them anymore, I don't think. Maybe they do, I don't know. But that ShamWow commercial was everywhere. So McBride's gonna get 2 free throws. Saint Siren, what's up, Saint? Angel A1's Roman, what's up, Angel? Kinar said, I don't remember. What is a ShamWow? What? You don't remember the ShamWow? The ShamWow was, it was just like a cloth, like a washcloth. So instead of using paper towels to clean up a spill or something, the ShamWow was so absorbent, you would just run it over and it would absorb all of the liquid and then you could rinse it out in the sink. I'll show you the commercial. The commercial is crazy. McBride misses a free throw. Come on, dog. Knock down your free throws. I'm gonna pull up the ShamWow commercial now. Justice's dad, the guy was a meme. He was. Let's look up the ShamWow. And the guy was super energetic. All right, let's mute the game. McBride, I assume knocked down the second one. I didn't even look. I was too busy pulling up ShamWow. I'm gonna give it to the Knicks. I'm just gonna give it to him. You better have knocked that one down. All right, that's on. Let me make sure y'all can hear the audio. All right, let's do this.
Hi, it's Vince with ShamWow. You'll be saying wow every time you use this towel. It's like a chamois, it's like a towel, it's like a sponge. A regular towel doesn't work wet. This works wet or dry. This is for the house, the car, the boat, the RV. ShamWow holds 20 times its weight in liquid. Look at this. It just does the work. Why do you want to work twice as hard? Doesn't drip. Doesn't make a mess. Wring it out. You wash it in the washing machine. Made in Germany. You know the Germans always make good stuff. You can cut it in half. Use one as a bath mat. Drain your dishes with the other one. Use one as a towel. Olympic divers, they use it as a towel. Look at that, completely dry. Put a wet sweater, roll it up. It dries your sweaters. Here's some cola. Wine, coffee, cola, pet stains. Not only is the damage going to be on top, there's your mildew. That is going to smell. See that? The most observant. We're going to do this in real time. Look at this. Put on the spill, turn it over without even putting any pressure. 50% of the cola right there. You follow me, camera guy? The other 50%, the color starts to come up. No other towel is going to do that. It acts like a vacuum. And look at this, virtually dry on the bottom. See what I'm telling you? ShamWow, you'll be saying wow every time.
I can't live without it. I just love it.
Oh my gosh, I don't even buy paper towels anymore.
If you're gonna wash your cars or any kind of vehicle, you'd be out of your mind not to own one of these.
All I can say is ShamWow.
You're going to spend $20 every month on
said
paper
for a second, I
towels
thought you were
anymore.
talking about
You're throwing your
Mortal
money
Kombat
away.
character.
The mini ShamWows are for everything, for everyday use. This
The
lasts 10
ShamWow,
years.
dog, the
this
ShamWow.
lasts a week. I don't know, it sells itself. The ShamWow sells for $19.95.
$19.95, man. 4 ShamWows for 20 bucks. Wow. Wow. What a deal. What a deal. The ShamWow. George Jones said, put big paper towel out of business. They didn't. Where's the ShamWow? Are the ShamWows even available anymore? Hold on, let me look up online. Can we buy ShamWows? Let me turn the game back on. Let me turn this audio off, make sure we don't get copyright. There we go. The Magic to beat the Pacers, so the Knicks are officially the 3 seed. Can you order ShamWows? You could still order them. ShamWow's still available. I don't know. Campaign starts the fourth quarter, misses the first shot of the fourth quarter. Here we go. We're back into it. 86-78. Mobley down the lane, hits Drew's comeback door. He pulls it back out over to Tyson. Tyson's going to fire a 3 over Shamit. Airballs it. Ball's going to go back to the Knicks. Susan said paper towels are more sanitary, especially when the COVID came. Sure. ShamWows were fun for a bit, though. Everybody was talking about the ShamWow for a while. McBride has it in mid-range, gets it over to Achua. Achua out to Payne. Payne coming to his right. Leaves it off for McBride. McBride coming to his left. Mid-range pull-up jumper for Duece McBride. Can't get it to go down. And the Bucks beat the Pistons. So the Pistons have clinched the 6th seed. So it's Knicks versus Pistons in the first round, y'all. Officially. Officially. AB said, what was the year of that commercial? Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Actually, when did that YouTube video go up? Shut up, brother. 14 years ago. So, I mean, that was posted 14 years ago. That's not when the ShamWow came out. 2007. Began in 2007. He began marketing the product in 2006 and filled the advertisement for it in 2007, which blew up. Became a meme. Everybody was talking about it. It was like in malls. You couldn't like walk around the mall without seeing a ShamWow advertisement. People were like showing it off and doing presentations. It was crazy. It was everywhere. It was everywhere. Chua across the baseline, puts up a floater, airballs it. Kennard said, 2007, that makes sense. I was doing residency at the time, working too hard. ShamWow was crazy. ShamWow was crazy. I mean, I was young. 07, I was 10. So I was deep in the meme culture at the time. Very much part of pop culture. They kick it out to Struce. He pump fakes across the baseline, leaves it off for Jalen Tyson. He gets blocked at the basket by Chua. Home run pass to Shaman. Shaman's going to pull it back out. Hands it off to Josh Hart. Josh Hart has it on the right wing. Coming to his left. Hands it off to Payne. Payne's going to fire a deep straightaway three. Comes up short. Outside of Landry Shaman, the Knicks hit a three in the second half. The Knicks had 11 three-pointers as Struce lines up a three and knocks it down. Knicks had 11 three-pointers at halftime. Shaman has it on the right wing. Shoves it over to Payne. Payne has it. Out to McBride. McBride over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart back to McBride. A left wing three from him. Can't get it to go down. Yeah, the Knicks 13. No, that's free throws. 13 for 33 from three-point range. Tyson down the lane, throws the lob up to Mobley, catches, goes up, throws it down. And it's a two-point game. And the Knicks call a timeout. The Knicks were 11 for 22 or something like that. 11 for 20 at halftime. They're 13 for 33 now. They've hit 2 threes in the second half, which is not going to get it done. Three-point shooting has completely abandoned them. Brunson's 2 for 5. OG's 2 for 8. Bridges 1 for 5. Robinson doesn't shoot any. Josh Hart's 1 for 2. Payne is 0 for 1. McBride's 3 for 4. And Shamet is 4 for 8. So they're struggling. They're struggling from 3. Mike said three-point shooting is horrendous. It was phenomenal in the first half, which is why they built up like a 20-point lead, and it's completely abandoned them in the second half. You can't be feast or famine. You have to find some consistency. You can't be on fire from three-point range in the first half and then have it be non-existent in the second half. You know, like you can't have that. You can't have that. Nick Yak said McBride needs to hit fourth quarter threes. Everybody kind of does. Shamit's 4 for 8. He's getting them up there, and I like it. He's 50%, but he knocked down his first 3. Then missed about three or 4 in a row. Then knocked down the last one he took. McBride missed the last one. He's 3 for 4. But those 3 came in the first half. They didn't hit any in the second half so far. Brunson 2 for 5. Anunoby 2 for 8. And Bridges 1 for 5. From your starters, Josh Hart's 1 for 2. From your starters, they are 6 for 20 from three-point range. 6 for 20 from your starters. Not good. Not good. Abe said this is a throwaway game. Yeah, you're locked into 3, and the Pistons are locked in at 6. So there's your first-round matchup. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. Eamon Owis, what's up, Eamon? What was I going to look up? Can't remember. 25-26 said load manage this game. They are. Guys have been in and out. Tibbs actually using the bench today. Towns got to sit. 17 minutes for Shamet, 16 minutes for McBride. Only 10 minutes for Campaign, but he's kind of been bad today. Precious Achiuwa has similarly been bad. He's got 15 minutes, though. He's 0 for 5 from the floor. So, there's that. There is that. Justice's dad said 420 first round starts. Yeah, they are. 4 for 20 from three-point range for the starters. Shamet lines up the right corner 3, and he knocks it down. All right, we were asking for it. We got it. Landry Shamet, baby. Landry Shamet. 5 threes for Landry tonight. I love it. Porter Jr. kicks it out to Mobley. He's going to look to answer. Puts up the 3. Comes up short. Landry Shamet, good box out on the rookie Jalen Tyson. Draws an over-the-back foul on him. D. Grant said, at least Shamet and Payne have been consistently bad. Landry Shamet's picked up his play, D. Grant. He's picked up his play. I can't put that on him anymore. We were harsh on Landry Shamet because he wasn't doing anything previously, but now he's knocking down some shots. He's last 10 games or so, he's really stepped up his shooting, which is exactly the only reason he's out there offensively, is for shooting. Shamet has it in the right corner. Step back right wing 3 for Shamet. Comes up well short. Long rebound. Shamet able to grab it and then gets fouled by Okoro. And the crowd giving a rousing ovation to Shamet. Just as that said, first round of the playoffs is April 20th, I meant. Technically starts April 19th. And the refs are going to look to see if it's a flagrant. I don't know what the refs are looking at. Okoro just bumped into him going for the loose ball. AB said, put the lawn in? I doubt it. Maybe. Maybe Tom Thibodeau was like, all right, Brunson, you're done for the night. But maybe. Justice's dad said, a bunch of ESPN games with Pistons round 1 at least. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to watch the Pistons. Pistons haven't had too many games this year on national TV. AP said playing for a contract. Every bench guy's playing for a contract. OG Rue? Og Rue? What's up, OG? Actually, I'm going to call you Rue. What's up, Rue? Nothing but ShamWow is acceptable? ShamWow was a great nickname. McBride's going to get it in. The Knicks with Payne, McBride, Shamet, Hart, and Robinson right now. Payne has it up top, coming to his left off the Robinson screen, driving it all the way down. Scoop lay with the left hand, blows the layup from Campaign. Brother, get a layup to go down, big dog. Garland, beautiful inside pass to Campaign, to Isaac Okoro, and he got it to go down. Get a layup to go down, Campaign. On the left side, too. Lefty layup. You got to get it to go down, man. Robinson handed off to McBride. McBride has it up top. Step back left wing 3 for him. Can't get it to go down. Good box out from Dean Wade on Robinson. Garland out and running. Gets it over to Strus. Strus pump fakes down the lane. Tries to get it inside to Jared Allen. A bad pass. Knicks jump the passing lane. Cavs turned it over. Payne has it up top. Dancing around the screen. Crosses over to his right. In the lane. Leans in. Tries to put up the floater. Gets blocked by Strus. A lot of contact. No foul call. And Payne is having a rough night tonight. He is having a rough go right now. Avey said, does anyone really think Shaq is putting his money on Detroit? Shaq is not watching basketball. So him putting money on any basketball team would be reckless. So it would be an uneducated thing. Brunson subs back in for Campaign, thank goodness. Bridges subs in for McBride. They get it into Shamet. Shamet out to Robinson. Robinson back to Brunson. Brunson, in and out dribble coming to his left. Now crossing back over to his right. Picks his dribble up. Kicks it over to Shamet. Shamet pump fakes. Step back. Right corner three fading away with the Josh Hart saying to hit the rim. But they call the shot clock violation. Why is my timer stopping? Brunson almost comes up with a steal on Garland, knocked the ball loose, but Garland able to pick it back up, puts up a high float over Robinson, and he gets a nice soft bounce as he gets it to go down. Back to a one-point game, 89-88. Brunson bringing it down, crossing over to his right, in and out dribble, pulling it back, picks his dribble up, gets it out to Shamet. Shamet coming up top, gets it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart coming to his left. Has it, being guarded by Garland. Now coming to his right, swings it over to Bridges. Bridges putting his head down, attacking across the lane, tries to kick it out to Brunson. Ball's knocked loose. Bridges able to pick it back up. He's got to chuck it up with the shot clock winding down. Fight for the loose ball. Robinson goes up and gets it, kicks it out to Brunson. Wide open right corner three for Brunson. Line me up. Line me up, Captain JB. Garland bringing it down. Coming to his right. Being guarded by Bridges, in and out dribble, down the lane. Scoop play with the high off glass with the right hand, gets it to go down. Garland has been fantastic tonight. D. Grant said, Shaq has so much money, he said, stuffs thousands of dollars into his pillowcase and sleeps like a baby. I haven't listened to anything Shaq has said regarding basketball in a really long time, brother. Brunson in a step back three, can't get it to go. Robinson fighting for the rebound, can't keep it alive. Here comes Darius Garland. Garland has it up top, coming to his left, off the crossover, hesitation move, driving it down the lane, gets a wide open lane to the basket, and gets another lefty layup to go down. And now tied at 92. Both teams going back and forth, approaching the halfway point. 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Brunson bringing it down. Hart said, feels like a loss. We look terrible down the stretch. Yeah, sure. Brunson coming to his right, leaning in, Euro steps, kicks it out. Josh Hart. And they call a travel on Josh Hart. So we're under 6 minutes to go. Call the travel on Josh Hart, so another turnover. The Cavs with the opportunity to take a lead here. Garland will bring it down. See if the Cavs can retake the lead for the first time since, I believe, the first quarter. Garland has it up top, crosses over to his left, down the lane, puts up a floater, and there it is. Their first lead. Since early in the first quarter, the last time they led, it was 8-7. Brunson bringing it down. Crosses over to his right. And a foul on Tyson. Mike said these Knicks are not taking the game seriously. I don't think either side's going all out. I think it's just a good basketball game. We're just hooping, right? Both teams going about 70-80%, which is fine. Just fine. Just a good basketball game. It's a close one. Cross-court pass. Josh Hart, left corner three wide open. Line me up, Josh Hart, baby. Now we're going to go back and forth. I like it. Garland has it up top, crosses over to his left. A deep pull-up three over Brunson. Oh, Darius Garland got the touch right now. Everything going is Darius Garland's way. He's feeling it. Cavs back up by 2. Brunson bringing it down. Has it up top, coming to his left off a Bridges screen. Garland switches onto him. Brunson dancing with it, coming to his left off the Robinson screen. Hesitation move, step back, pump fake, inside pass to Robinson. He's going to go up, get fouled by Mobley, and he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Robinson at the foul line. If you knock down both these free throws, Robinson, I'm going to hit the lights for you, big dog. His free throws have been looking good. And he knocks the first one down. Knock this other one down. I'm going crazy for you, Big Mitch. Knock this second one down. Cavs are going to call a timeout. You're going to have to wait on it. We're going to have to wait on it. Keith Modeste said they are doing for seating. Seating is all set, brother. Seating is all set. Knicks will be playing the Detroit Pistons in the first round. Mark said, just win. We get it's meaningless. Yeah, just get the win. Avi said, I hate this basketball team. Avi said, if they still lose this game after being up by 20, this team is still whack to me. I get it. I get it. Justice's dad said, Shame at game face is hilarious. Yeah. Yeah. Irving Green said the Knicks are taking this game seriously. Are they, brother? Are they? They're definitely not going 100%, my man. Neither team is. Neither team's going 100% right now. Justice's dad said, shame not getting the Bucks first round. It would have been a better matchup. The only reason I don't want to play the Pistons is that they're going to try and muck it up and make it very, very physical. So. AB said, dumb NBA should not allow a timeout in the middle of a team shooting a free throw. I like it. I like it. I don't think the NBA should allow live ball timeouts. I don't think they should allow it. I think the only time you should be able to call a timeout is during a dead ball situation. Kevin Patrick Hogan said, excuses are like everyone has won, but they all stink. Let's go Knicks, I guess. All right. So Robinson's going to go to the foul line for his one more free throw. Just knock me down, Big Mitch. I'm going to hit the lights. I'm going to hit the lights if Big Mitch knocks down 2 free throws. He's been knocking down free throws since he came back this year. Oh, he misses the second one. So 97-96, Dean Wade has it up top being guarded by Josh Hart. Knicks have their starting 5 out there. Allen has it in the high post, hands it off to Garland. Garland coming to his right, down the lane, kicks it out. Dean Wade wide open on the right wing, airballs it. Robinson with the rebound, gets it out to Brunson. Brunson pushing it the other way. Brunson has it up top, dancing with it. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Anunoby straight away, jab step, puts up the 3, comes up well short, fight for the loose ball. Jared Allen able to grab it. Here comes Garland bringing it down the other way. Garland has it up top. Coming to his right. Over the pass top to Wade. Wade gets caught in the air, kicks it out to Strus. Now back to Wade. Wade driving it down to the basket, goes up against Robinson. Can't get it to go, but they call a foul on Big Mitch, and it's going to send Dean Wade to the foul line for 2 free throws. Hart said, while we're at it, how about eliminating the Euro step and calling travel in general? Well, a well-executed Euro step isn't a travel. What they have made the Euro step into probably is a travel. Dean Wade misses a free throw, though. We love missed free throws from our opponents, y'all. We love it. We love it. Mark said they'll never outlaw the Euro. There are legal Euros. There are legal ones. It started off as a legal move. It was just a sidestep. That's all the Euro step is. Instead of taking two steps to the basket, instead of taking your 1-2 to the basket, it was taking a 1-2 to the basket, to the side. Now the Euro step has become, I'm going to take 2 steps here and then Euro step to the other side and take another step. As Brunson steps back and knocks down a mid-range jumper along the baseline over Dean Wade. 3.5 to go, tied at 98. Keenan Hart, the captain, is back. Yes, he is. That's why we wore the hat today. From my man, Captain Brunson. Garland has it up top. Coming to his right, off the Strus screen, driving it down, ball knocked loose. He picks back up, kicks it over to Mobley. Mobley in the paint, kicks it out to a wide open Max Strus on the left wing, and Max Strus knocks down the wide open three. Fellas, get back out there. Get back out there. Brunson has it up top. Brunson on the right wing, coming to his left. Kicks it over to Bridges. Bridges. Back up top to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right. Driving it down. He's got to put it up with the shot clock winding down. Can't get down on the go. Robinson in a rebound. Over to Josh Hart. Over to Bridges. Bridges has it up top. Crossing over to his left. Now over to OG. OG swing through to his right. Kicks it out to Brunson. Brunson driving to his left across the lane. Puts up the floater. Gets it to go down. The captain. Captain Clutch. Captain Clutch. 101 to 100. 2:20 to go. Garland has it up top. This has been their struggle. Not guarding three-point shooters as Strus lines up another one, and he knocks down another one on the pick and pop between Garland and Strus. Brunson bringing it down. 104-100, 2 minutes to go, down by 4. What do the Knicks got for us? Brunson has it on the right wing, crosses over to his right, leans in, pump fake, steps through, stops, turns, kicks it out to OG. OG driving to his left, Euro stepping, takes an extra step. They don't call it. Fight for the rebound. Allen able to grab it. Here comes Garland. And the opportunity's starting to dry up for the Knicks here. Down by 4. You needed a basket there, but now you're going to need a stop. Garland has it up top. They've showed double team. They get it out to Dean Wade. Dean Wade over to Strus. Strus lines up another three in a row. Comes up short on that one. Long rebound. Josh Hart able to grab it. Hit shot out of a cannon. Over to OG. OG gets blocked by Strus. Josh Hart picks it up. Puts up the layup. Can't get it to go down. Fight for the rebound. Ball is loose. Bridges picks it up. Puts up the floater. Gets it to go. A lot of contact. No foul. Fight for a loose ball. Bridges picks it up and able to get the basket. 104-102. You need another stop. You need another score. Here we go. Garland bringing it down. Has it up top. Being guarded by Bridges. Spinning to his left off the Allen screen. Driving it down. Crosses over to his right. Now he's going to slow it down. Run the pick and pop with Strus yet again. They show two. Brunson switches on the Garland. Driving to his left. Putting his head down. Attacking in the lane. A lot of contact. Puts the layup to go. And one. No and one. No foul, but he got the layup to go over Robinson anyway. Brunson has it on the right wing. Still a 4-point lead. Under a minute to go. Brunson on the right wing. Attacking Strus. Coming to his left. Putting his head down. Attacking. Flips it up at the basket. Looking for a foul call. A terrible shot from Brunson. Horrific shot from Brunson. Too busy looking for a foul call. Here comes Garland bringing it down the other way. 43 seconds to go. The time is winding down. You got to get a stop here to get it over to Strus. Strus trying to get it back to Garland, but now he's going to keep it. And Mitchell Robinson ends up fouling him out on the perimeter. Mark Avon said Knicks need to send a statement here. You're not seeing the Cavs until the conference finals anyway, even if you do get there. So, honestly, game doesn't even really matter. We're just looking for a good basketball game. Hopefully the Knicks can pull it out, but it's looking unlikely now. Mike said we won't get past the first round. Oh, brother, here we go again. And we're going to get a timeout. 35 seconds to go. Cavs up by 4, 106-102. Gigi said, at this point, they don't deserve to be playing in the same court with other good teams. Knicks in 5, brother. Knicks in 5. Omar Murray, what's up, Omar? D. Grant said they should fire Tibbs at the end of the year for not beating top teams at least one time. Yeah, if they lose tonight, it's gonna effectively be he went absolutely over this season in beating top teams in the league, which is kind of crazy. They didn't beat any of the top teams, any of them, not once, which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. John Corley, what's up, John? Why do people still believe in a Donovan Mitchell team? I don't get it. They had a great regular season this year. A great regular season this year. You know, this may be the year. This is the most balanced team Donovan Mitchell's ever been on. Evan Mobley's taking a leap. Garland looks healthy. All the things. All the things. Anunoby comes up with a steal. He's going to go the other way and blows the layup. OG just blew the layup. One-on-one against Garland. He couldn't get the layup to go. And they foul Mobley. He just blew the layup. OG brother. Mark Avon said, we have to have the worst performing fourth quarter team in all of NBA history against top teams. No. It's definitely worse, brother. They're definitely worse. Gigi said, this coach definitely has to get fired. The team doesn't respect him. They're just doing it on purpose for real. I think this team absolutely respects Tom Thibodeau. They love that guy. They absolutely love that guy. There's a ton of respect for Tom Thibodeau. Mark said, couldn't beat a Mitchell-less Cavs team. Mark even said they just felt like a win. Yeah, I mean, you're up 20. You should win it. You should win it. And they didn't. They didn't. Mobley knocks down both free throws. Brunson bringing it down against Okoro. Pump fake, leans in, over to Josh Hart, back to Brunson. You got to get a three-point shot up, and Brunson turns it over, and that's going to be the end of the game. Now we're going to wind down the clock, and that's it. You don't even get a shot off. Mark said you're lying to yourself if you think this is concerning. If you don't think this is concerning. I just don't really care about game 81, brother. I don't. When you're locked into the 3 seed, I just don't really care about this game. Should they have won? Yeah. But, you know. Do you remember what happened in game 81 last year? I don't even remember who we played. I don't really care. You know? Yeah, they should have won. But concerning? In game 81, this is bringing up new concerns for you? It's just like, they lost the game, they should have won. They have the same issues they've had since game 1, man. Which is why I don't freak out. I don't freak out. It's the same exact issues they've had since game 1. There are no new concerns. It's not concerning. It's the same things that's happened all year. So, you know, coach isn't going to be creative with the lineups. He's going to have guys out there a little longer than they should be. He's going to give guys who shouldn't have a super long leash. He's going to have Josh Hart out there for 40 minutes, even though he's not going to take any threes. You know, it was a night where you were without Karl-Anthony Towns, and he had the bench out there a little bit longer than usual. And, you know, tried some things, looked like maybe. But overall, they're going to be all right, man. They're going to be all right. Knicks in 5. Our last game is Sunday, 1 o'clock start time on Sunday. 1 o'clock start time on Sunday, though. Kev said, keep going with the excuses of what's going to change in the playoffs. I don't know if you've ever watched the NBA, Kev, but the playoffs in the regular season are kind of different, brother. Kind of different. But, again, like I've said, if you can't differentiate between reasons and excuses, then it's real difficult to have an intellectual conversation with you guys. You know what I mean? Because anytime you bring up a reason, people are like, oh, no, that's an excuse. And it's like, all right, man. Like, what do you want me to say then? You want me to get on here and be angry? And, like, come on, man. It's game 81. It's game 81. Right? Did we not watch the game? Did we not just hang out and realize that both teams going like 70, 80% tonight? Like, yeah, it ticked up every now and again to about 90%. Neither team really went 100%. You know? Sat some guys out. Game 81, man. Game 81. Kev said, since 1974, you ain't no all in, all relax. Brother, all you're telling me is you're old. What do you think? You're more knowledgeable because you've watched more basketball? 2025 ain't the same as 1970, brother. Move on. I don't know what to tell you. All you're telling me is that you're old by saying that, which is fine. Just fine. You being a fan since 1970 does not make you more of a fan than somebody who's been a fan since 2005. So I don't know what to tell you. Get off your high horse, brother. Come back down to us regular people. But that's going to be it. Yak said, good news, Mitch played 32 minutes. Yeah. Literally at the end of the year, he's ramped up to about 32 minutes, which is great, which is awesome, which is incredible. You're going to need him in the playoffs. I hope we see some more Towns, Robinson lineups. Just feel like Tibbs hasn't really used it enough in the regular season. Like, I feel like we should have seen it a little bit more. That was the whole thing when we got Towns. It was like, oh man, we get Mitchell Robinson back. We can replicate some of the Gobert, Towns lineups by having a rim protector out there. Like we could work with that, right? We got to build that connection. And then we didn't ever really go to it all that often. And we thought we would. And now we're going into the last game of the year without ever really seeing it for extended minutes. So, all right, I guess the time for experimentation comes in the playoffs from Tibbs, or maybe he just won't ever really go to it. But I guess we'll just have to see. Knicks are going to end up playing the Pistons. It is set in stone. Last game against the Brooklyn Nets. Just get that win so we have one more win than we had last year, so technically we'd be better than we were last year. But I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on Sunday at 1 o'clock start time, an earlier start time, our last early start time, hopefully our last early start time of the year. Hopefully we don't have any early start times in the playoffs. I hate those. But a 1 o'clock start time on Sunday. I'll see y'all then. AP, Madrasi, Hendricks, Reyes, Omar, Mike, Mark, AP, OG Rue, Nick Yak, Mark Ev, Kev, Chi-Chi, Jeff Brown, Buzzer Beater, AP. I said AP multiple times. Michael Brown, I appreciate y'all. Michael Rogers, Mark Avon, regular Mark, multiple Marks in the chat tonight. K Hazy, M for 17. This is all Harnstein's fault. It absolutely is. I've been blaming Harnstein all year. But that's going to be it. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on Sunday for our final regular season matchup as we wrap up season 3 of the Sheffy Show of calling these Knicks games. And then we got the playoffs. So, you know, hopefully we have a good time. Hopefully we have a good run. Let's shock the world. Knicks in 5. I'll see y'all on Sunday, guys. I'm out. Remember, brush your teeth before bed. Stay hydrated and get a good night's sleep. I'll see y'all on Sunday. I'm out. Bye.